Good evening and welcome to the Sunday service. I see a number of you guys there on the chat. I see Fabulous Nuts ASMR will be joining us next month. I see I see Mama G, Mama Fisher. Welcome, Mama Fisher. Nice to see you. I see Natecho V says Mapema and your best. Melissa Dies is here. Thank you so much, Melissa. I see a number of you here. And my co-host is also ready, guys. Rosaline is also here. Thanks so much, Rosaline. Mama Fisher of This Is Us and What We Do, and then of course Life with Andrea. Thank you so much for coming in. So let us start this conversation. But yes, before that, as the co-host gets, the co-host is in the background getting some tea in readiness for the stream. So I'm going to just make sure I welcome you guys. Have you connected to Flora? The link is pinned up there on top of my chat. Make sure you familiarize with it. Jaden, welcome, Jaden. Nice to see you, Jaden. Thanks so much for coming in. Jaden, how are you doing? How is your weekend? What's happening? How is your weekend, Jaden? Thank you so much for coming in. Let me see if I can turn on the music. Classic! Welcome, Classic. Nice to see you. Classic is in the building. You can see my beautiful co-host is already there settling in nicely. She's already preparing her gadgets, her things, and, it's going to be a great conversation. Yes, I see you guys landing at the Sunday service fast and furious. Let us start the anthem real quick. Yes, so, all right. Oh my goodness, guys, happy Sunday. It is the final day of November. Let me tell you, as November babies, people have suffered. And by the way, the co-host is also a November baby. So I'm not alone in this bragging. This bragging that has been going on in the entire November, she's also guilty as charged. So she's going to talk about it as well, because she's also a November baby. I'm a November baby. We have so many November babies in this community, Just first things first, guys, confirm that my sound is good. Confirm you can hear me on the chat. In case you cannot hear me, let me know. Jaden, I see you, Jaden, there over at Flora. Thank you so much. Classic, how you doing? How is the husband? What's happening? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Classic. How is the state? What's going on? What's going on there, Classic? Thanks so much for coming in. Thanks so much for coming in. There's a bit of glare on my glasses, so I may need to stop. You're most welcome. You're most welcome, Classic. Thank you so much for popping in. Yeah, so I'm ready for this conversation. I've been looking forward for this. This is one of the live streams I've been really looking forward in the entire year. And I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain why this may be one of the Sunday service conversations I've been looking forward to more than any other. Okay, I'm not saying that the others were. I'm just saying that this one I may have been a bit biased. I may have had a selfish interest. So let me say that I can pull up the channel. So this is the house that you need to connect to in case you're not yet part of that community. Let me see that I can pull it up. There we go. Empowering Generations with Flora Koile. There we go. That is the channel that we are having on the panel today. So in case you guys are wondering, who do I connect to? Who do I connect to? I don't know, guys, whether you can see anything. I'm not seeing anything on my screen for some reason. Let's see. Let me fix something really quick. Oh, there we go. Yes, there we go. There was a bit of delay there. Hey, 4K, welcome. Thanks so much for coming in. I can't say gotta go to church. Have a blessed day. Thanks so much, Jaden. You have a blessed day in church too. And please say hi to your parents for me. And say hi to everyone in church because America is waking up. No, you go to church and then we'll still be here most likely when you come. Because I know your church service is not going to take long. So we'll still be here when you come from the main church service. Right. So in about 5 or so minutes, we'll be able to we'll start our conversation with Flora. So I'm just waiting for you guys to land, settle in. Those of you have just gotten the notifications. You also need to confirm that you've gotten the notifications so that you can come in. Final day of the month of November. And a lot of things have happened this month. And we are now getting into the festive season. December is upon us. That's why you guys can see a Christmas tree behind me. I'm ready already at my bag. I've already decorated for the holidays, so I'm ready. Classic is telling us that I am blessed and my family are blessed. Thank you for asking. How about you? Me too. A bit tired because I've been traveling a lot this week. But I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. I made it. It's the weekend. I mean, what else can you ask for? It's the weekend. It's the weekend, and okay, too bad the weekend is coming to an end. But here we go. The Akashic Pantry, welcome, welcome. The Akashic, is that Chris or Chris sent somebody? The Akashic Pantry, welcome, welcome. The Akashic Pantry. When I see Akashi, I'm just thinking of Chris. Chris, is that you? Let me confirm whether it's Chris or Chris's friend. Is it Akashi Chris or it's let me see. The Akashic Pantry. Let me see. This is definitely Chris. Chris, I know you with your ninja now. Chris, I know you with your ninja. I see that channel only has one subscriber. I am going to connect you. I'm going to be your second subscriber right away. I'm going to be a second subscriber right away because I don't see any content there. Welcome, welcome, Chris. I see Chris there. Chris was the queen of ceremony on my birthday anniversary celebration that took place on the 2nd of this month. And she did an amazing job. I've been getting some very strong reviews, some very strong recommendations. Thanks so much, Chris. I really appreciate that. I see that house. I've already, even if you delete it, I've already seen that house. I've already seen that house. Mama Fisher, welcome, and I'm glad that you are. I'm glad that you are on the mend. At least you are getting better after that surgery. I'm glad that you're getting better after that surgery. Welcome back to the YouTube streets. I saw you in hospital because your daughter was sharing those the progress on Facebook. So that's how I was able to know that you had been admitted in hospital, and I'm glad that you're now out of hospital. So welcome back to the reality. Welcome back to the streets. Welcome back to the streets. And please take care of yourself. Guys, allow me to take a moment to congratulate Tonya Stock. Tonya Stock, who was seated at the Sunday service here barely 2 months ago, is now monetized. She sent me that message. She could not even believe that she had been monetized. Tonya Stock is now finally monetized in less than 4 months. The lady is now in the YouTube Partner Program. What is the secret? Congratulations, Tonya Stock. That was the most beautiful message I think I got this week. And I was like, oh, wow. Amazing. Congratulations. So Tonya Stock, can you imagine Tonya Stock last time when you were seated at the Sunday service, you were worried about watch hours and whatnot. Now you're fully monetized. You are in the game, baby. So congratulations and welcome to the club. I kindly request you to take advantage of the monetization boost that I normally ask people to apply for on my community. Then I can give you that in case you make a very compelling case, I will give you that $10 for your pin. So just go to my homepage, apply for that monetization boost. Click on that link, apply for that, because you need that first $10 on your AdSense for them to send you the pin. So I can fast track it for you and not just me, but my community, because usually I donate a portion of my benefits on YouTube to help small content creators get that first $10 on their threshold. So go to my homepage, apply, make that application. I will look at it, and then I think in January we will probably announce the winners and stuff like that. Every quarter, I normally make sure that at least I reward 5 content creators who are newly monetized to get that boost. So take advantage. You are in a community that is blessed. You are in a community that is rich. You are in a community that loves empowering people, as Flora is going to talk about here. Go to my homepage. I can't drop the link here. Nightbot may drop the link, but go to my homepage. That is the best place you will find that application form. It's an application form that you have to fill. So I cannot drop it on the chat because YouTube will not allow you to click out of the platform. So it's better you apply it on my homepage and then just follow that. Miss TikTok, welcome. Miss TikTok, yes, you can apply. Just make sure, as long as you can make a case for it. Miss TikTok, by all means, anybody can apply. That is why it is there. Miss TikTok, welcome. Miss TikTok, thanks so much for coming in. And once again, Tonya Stock, congratulations. Guys, you can see my co-host there. If you are not yet connected to Flora, I want you guys to do me a favor. There's a link that is pinned on top of my chat. Click on that link, go and give Flora some hearts there. Drop some hearts there on the chat based on the colors of her brand. She's going to explain what these colors are, because me, I just see purple somewhere in there, but the other one I don't. I think it's purple and gold. You can drop purple and gold on her chat just to confirm that, yes, I've already, Goga, I have seen this channel. Yes, the link is pinned on top of my chat. Go and let's support, let's support Flora and make her part of this beautiful community. And then I see, okay, I've been monetized and I did not meet my $10 threshold. Miss TikTok, apply. Miss TikTok, you've never met your $10 threshold and then you are generous with us. I will look for you behind this. I will look for you behind the tent so that you can tell me. Oklahoma is in the building. I can see you guys are landing into the stream nicely. I can see you guys are landing into the stream nicely. Miss TikTok, what do you mean that you've never gotten your money? Like, but then you make a lot of noise on this YouTube street. You are, oh my God. Okay, we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this. This is not the day for receipts, but thank you so much for like letting me know. Yes, anybody can apply. It's a community initiative. It's a community initiative to make sure that we are supporting people to get their threshold. Especially those people normally struggle to get the first $10. You know, once you become monetized, the first $10 is the hardest thing, because you need that $10 threshold on your AdSense so that YouTube can send you your PIN to verify your address. Those of us in Africa, we really struggle to meet that threshold. So, and even other countries, and that's why we started that initiative. Okay, so make sure that in case you need that support, by all means, I'm more than happy to help. But you have to make an application. I say there has to be order around this application, so make the application. Blessed Life Journey is in the building. Welcome, Blessed Life Journey. Thank you so much for coming in. How you doing, Blessed? Thank you so much for popping in, sis. And thank you for the raid this week and reporting yourself before Red's Room told me about you. Thank you so much for landing in. Guys, without further ado, allow me to bring my co-host on the panel. That is the channel link. The link is going to stay there until the end of the live stream. It's going to stay there pinned permanently until the live stream ends. So make sure you can jump over there. You can watch the live stream from there. You can watch the live stream from there as well, just to make sure that you're part of that beautiful community. Empowering generations with Flora Koile Kaki. That is our Sunday service co-host. Right. So let me see that I can pull her up so that we can start. At least you guys can start familiarizing with her. We are just going to have our small talk so that you can hear her voice and whatnot, and then you know we can start the conversation. Flora, welcome. How are you doing? You're muted. Let's unmute.
Oh dear. I'm well, thank you. How are you doing?
I am good. You're looking amazing. I see you representing the brand, like your channel. Like, I'm just looking at your hoodie and I'm looking at that. And I'm seeing how the logo on your hoodie and the logo on your channel are like they're matching. It looks really good.
Yes. Thank you. That's Flora Koile Kaki for you.
Nice. Rosaline is saying hi to you. Rosaline is on the chat. She's so excited and she's saying hi to you.
Hi, Rosaline.
Rosaline is like saying hi. Okay, she's busy. Like she's so excited there on the chat, like more than anybody else. You know, Rosaline. Rosaline was transferred to Mombasa.
Yes.
Yes. So she's been doing live streams in Mombasa, and I was like, why am I still in Mombasa nowadays? And then she said, "Okay, you know, I was transferred."
She was transferred. She's now our travel plug.
I like how you made a plug all of a sudden. Rosaline, did you hear the responsibilities here? You're now our travel plug. And then she's saying, yes. Guys, if you're not connected to Flora, please jump over on the pinned link. It will take you directly to her channel. That is a channel we need to get to 150 today, if possible. If possible, we need to get that channel to 150 so that she can be serious about it. She's just empowering people outside YouTube. But today I said I'm going to bring her on this YouTube street so that she can empower us. But yeah, motivate her so that she can bring this empowerment more on this YouTube, in this YouTube space, so that she can at least be more active on the YouTube space, because I know she's making a difference out there, outside the YouTube streets. But we want her to be more active on these YouTube streets. All right, Flora, what is the color on this? What is the color on your logo? Because me, I'm seeing purple. Is that gold?
It is purple and that should be gold. We
Uh-huh.
just did not get the exact gold while printing it, but it's purple and gold and white.
Ah,
Yes.
it still look nice. It's like a shade of gold or something. It looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Aha. Purple for royalty.
Hey, the royal generation. I
Yes.
love anything. I love anything royalty because we've been celebrating royalty the whole month.
Mm-hmm.
Especially all the November babies. Anastasia Blessed, who was also celebrating her birthday yesterday, and I was the
Wow.
MC. Yeah, so a lot of people have been celebrating their birthdays in the month of November. You've been one of them as well.
Yes,
Um,
and I think I was the first to celebrate. Yeah. First of
yes,
November.
you're the first one because your birthday was on the 1st of November. Your birthday was on the 1st of November. Anastasia's was on the 30th of November. So we had a beginner and we had a closer and we had people in between. So many people in between.
Wow.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to her.
Yeah, so Anastasia, you are getting more birthday wishes from Flora. So thank you so much. Vico, real space, welcome, welcome, Vico. Bad Files is in the house. Welcome, welcome, Bad Files. How you doing? Thanks so much for popping in. Blessed Life Journey is saying Flora blessings. You guys are now getting excited to see Flora. Good, 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 good. Thank you so much for that. Blessed Life Journey is watching us from a place called. Have you ever heard of Aruba?
Uh,
There's a there's a country called Aruba. Um,
Whoa.
Yes.
I need to visit Aruba.
I know. Even me, I want to visit Aruba. So it's one of those places that
Wow.
yeah. So blessed is from Aruba. We have Vico Real Space who is watching us from Vico. Where is Vico? Vico is in the States. Yeah, Vico is in the States. We have Roslyn. Roslyn, of course, is watching from Mombasa and she's busy screaming to you there on the live stream. Go, 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 Flora, go. Roslyn also just started a YouTube just with like jokes. And then now look at her. She's a proper content creator now.
Yeah.
Yes. So welcome, welcome, welcome everyone, guys. I see you guys are landing in. So Flora, the thing with people at the Sunday service, they always come after 15 minutes. You always have to give them until 15 minutes. Like it has to be the exact 15 minutes, and then you see everybody is now in the church. In the church. Yeah. So now they are all coming in fast and furious. We have BOK Media Live Food Freaks. BOK Media Life just celebrated a monetization as well. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations once again, BOK. And thank you so much for the kind words that you shared yesterday at Anastasia Blessed's birthday celebrations. We have a number of people, and all of you are from different parts of the world. In case you want to announce and correct Nightbot, you can ask Nightbot to type your country. Just type weather, space, and the country where you are watching us from. For example, I'm going to type weather, space, and I'm going to create a country like Okra. So for example, Okra, and then you're going to see Nightbot is going to drop the country where I am doing the live stream from. So I don't know that there's a country called Okra, but let's see whether Nightbot will figure it out. So you can type weather space Okra, weather space New York. Yeah, you see, there's Okra. Nightbot has given a country there called Okra. Weather for Okragla, that one. That you see, there is a place called Okra. There is a place called Okra. I always tell you guys that this place.
Seriously?
Yeah. Weather for Okra. Weather for Okra somewhere. Conditions are foggy with a temperature of guys. It is Nightbot. Nightbot knows a country called Okra. I'm not Okragla, something like in there. There you go. There you go. And then you say that I'm lying. You see, even Nightbot knows there's a country called Okra. So you can type weather, put a space, and then tell me where you're watching from. Nightbot will do the rest. But it can only happen on my live stream. So in case you're watching over at Flora's, you can have another device running my live stream. Then you can test it out. Wambura, welcome, welcome, Wambura. Kanini, I see you there at Flora's live stream. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes, Roslyn has tried it out. Weather for Mombasa. Good. Joseph Wambura, welcome, welcome, our resident farmer. Thanks so much for coming in. And Wambura is saying hi to everybody on the chat. And BOK is saying, Joseph, thank you for blessing my house. First of all, did this BOK raid? Because BOK was live before I came to this live stream. BOK was live drinking some. I don't know what was it. What did it? Yeah, she was drinking something. BOK was live before I came to the live stream. So be okay. Did be okay raid you guys? Can you announce? Can you all report whether be okay raided or not? I want to know. Did be okay raid or it just ended unceremoniously? I want to know. I want those receipts. If you nobody has typed be okay raid. Nobody has typed be okay raid. I know she was talking about Golden's. Was it yellow snow? Don't eat yellow snow or something like that. So I don't know that. Did she raid? Where did she raid you people? Because I've not seen you guys type be okay raid. I want the receipts. I want the receipts. I want the receipts. Oh, she did raid. Okay, 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 okay. Just checking. She was talking about people not eating yellow snow or something like that. So, but I've not seen you guys type be okay raid. You did not type be okay raid. You did not type be okay raid. Anastasia is laughing. Um, you guys are a mess. Everything Africa with Oma. Welcome, welcome, Oma, our sister from Niger. Welcome, my sister. Oh, thanks so much for coming in. Kanini, I am fine. Thank you for asking. Kanini, I am fine. Thank you for asking and thank you for supporting Flora. Guys, allow me to introduce our guests and then we can start this conversation. Otherwise, we can talk here forever. You can talk here forever so that I don't want to take the attention off the topic. All right, let me pause the music a bit. Let me get my notes, then I can introduce Flora. So guys, Flora's brand colors are what you are seeing on the screen, purple and gold. So the live stream is also being multi-streamed on her channel. So we are streaming on both my channel and her channel. So in case you want to connect to her directly and immediately, just jump over there using the link that is pinned on top of my chat. It will throw you over to Flora's live stream, and then you can drop purple and golden hearts. There's been so much royalty this month. And Flora was born on the 1st of November. So she started off this November royalty business. And then, of course, Anastasia has closed the chapter. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for the support you've given all the November legends. BOK is saying, I am liking how Flora has decorated her space. Beautiful space. I know, eh? Look at you people are just busy like snooping on people's houses. Be okay. Be okay. Like me, I'm thinking you're looking at Flora there. So you're just looking at that house. She's even probably like trying to like rise and see. Like, Flora is blocking something.
I'm blocking myself. That's me.
No, BOK is struggling to see what is behind you. So I think she's trying to study your space, and that's why she's able to make. She's very observant and she's a creative. She's a
Thank
creative and she does
you.
DIY. She does DIY videos. So for her, anything that is in your space, she's bound to notice it. She's bound to notice it. So thank you so much, BOK. I really appreciate that. BOK, much love for coming, Mr. President live stream. Thank you so much. Okay, thanks so much, Ambura Joseph. Thank you so much for that. All right, guys, allow me to introduce the Sunday service guest, and then you guys can ask your questions there. BOK says that she's so tired of these November babies because they've not given it for the peace on these YouTube streets. All right, okay. Let me introduce Flora, and then we can take on the rest from the stream. All right, so there are people whose presence feels like sunrise, soft, steady, warm, yet impossible to ignore. The beautiful lady you are seeing on your screen, Flora Koile Kaki, FKK, is one of those rare souls. Flora is a woman who walks through life with intention, grace, and a quiet but unshakable fire. Flora embodies the belief that every voice matters and every story deserves to be told. A devoted follower of Christ, Flora lives her faith with a gentleness that disarms and a courage that inspires. Her world is painted with travel. And she just landed in the country, by the way. She will tell us where she was like last week. Art, authenticity, and a deep reverence for the resilience of the human spirit. She captures life not just as a sequence of events, but a beautiful pilgrimage of becoming, one marked by compassion, curiosity, and radical love. Professionally, Flora is a leader whose vision shapes people long after they've left her presence. She's the kind of boss who becomes a lifelong guide, the kind of mentor whose lessons echo across seasons. And I'm speaking from experience because she once led me, believed in me, and gently nudged me into rooms of growth I never imagined were possible. In short, Flora has been my boss before, guys. So you can ask her any receipts you want to know, whether was a good colleague or a good employee and whatnot. Her mentorship taught me to stretch, to build, to grow, sometimes boldly, sometimes quietly, but always with purpose. Flora's life is a tapestry woven with service, creativity, and faith. Whether she's telling stories, mentoring hearts, or journeying across continents with her artistic eye, she does it all while remaining beautifully unapologetically herself. Her voice is calm, yet commanding. Her presence is inspiring, yet grounding. And her journey is a testament to what happens when purpose meets intention. Today, she stands as a beacon for children, teens, and adults alike, a woman who empowers generations by simply living her truth. And that is why we are going to have a conversation around empowering generations. Flora Koile Kaki, welcome to the Sunday service. I may not have done it justice, but please introduce yourself to this beautiful community in the best way you know how.
Wow. I, I was just asking myself who Goga is talking about. Wow. That's awesome. That's
You're
awesome.
welcome.
Ooh, okay. My name is Flora Koile Kaki. In fact, I have four names: Flora, Akinyi, Koile Kaki.
Ooh,
Akinyi because I was born in the morning. Then Koile is my father's name and Kaki is my husband's name. So
oh,
yes, so Flora Akinyi Koile Kaki, but I omit the Akinyi because it's too long.
uh-huh.
I am first of all a child of God. That is my first and foremost definition of me. I am a child of God, born again. I love Jesus as my Lord and Savior. Apart from being a child of God, I simply just I am a lover of people. I love people. I love humans. I believe in humans. And I think that is because one, my mother taught me to believe in people, and two, because I have lived with people and so learned to believe um, in them. What else do I say about myself? During the day from 8 to 5, I am a public officer. Um, 24 hours a day, I am a mother. That is the work I do: a mother, a wife, a mother, a sister, a friend. In between, I mentor young ones and even older people. But my heart goes to the younger generation more. I think that sums it up. I love life. I am an art collector and I love art.
You are many things. I like the particular introduction about I'm a mother 24 hours. That came out so nicely. I'm a mother 24 hours. I love how it came out very beautifully. And then there are people who are getting excited on the chat. BOK is like, first of all, excited because she's also like an artist like you. She said, "Yay!"
Wow.
to collecting art, to collecting art.
Yes. Yes.
Roslyn says, the best description, Goga, I can confirm and give my own testimony of my encounter with this incredible woman. So Roslyn is
Wow.
also talking there, and she has a testimony, and maybe she will tell us. Maybe she will tell us on the chat. Yeah, so amazing, 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 amazing. And I'm glad that everybody who is coming in is like connecting to Flora, guys. The link is pinned up there on top of my chat. Simone, nice to see you. Simone SMS, welcome, welcome, SMS. I thought I saw a Muyu Rainbag in the building. Thanks so much, Muyu. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And if you have any question you want to ask Flora, please feel free to drop it on the chat. We are going to like be interacting because this conversation around empowering generations is not a one-sided conversation. It has to bring everybody into the table. And I'm glad that Flora is the one, who is going to do this and stuff. Um, Flora, on a personal level, why empowering generations? Why was this important? Because I always believe in words. Words are powerful, and it did not just. I'm sure this did not just come out of the blue. There is something that there's some powerful force of motivation behind these two words, empowering generations. From your perspective, personally, and it can even be philosophical. Why empowering generations?
Well, I when I was let me say when I was about 20 or so,
Mm,
my mom my mom was a high school teacher, God rest her soul, and
sorry.
she would ask me to pay school fees for children in her class who could not afford. And
Wow.
sometimes it was just 500 shillings or 1,000 shillings or even 50 shillings. She taught in a rural school at some point. And so I began my journey of educating children without knowing that I was actually doing that. And then as I grew and got into the workplace, I first worked. Actually, I am trained as a hotelier. My training background is in hotel and institution management. So I worked in the hotel industry,
Oh, wow.
yes, for a while. Now, my first job was in management. I was a housekeeper, an executive housekeeper. So I was in charge of the cleanliness of the hotel in general, without describing or defining the specifics. And
Mm,
then there was the laundry department. Laundry meaning we'd wash our bed sheets and towels there. So one time I found my staff. We would buy a lot of detergent so
yeah.
often. And I wondered why we were using that much detergent.
Mm,
So I visited the laundry impromptu, and I found them pouring the detergent into the drainage, like unused detergent. They were just
wow.
pouring it away and then writing, requesting for more. I got angry, not angry in the sense that I wanted to discipline someone, but angry at why they would do that. So I asked them, and they said it is because the hotel pays them so little, and yet they know that we make a lot of money.
Wow.
So, yes. So what did they do? They wasted so that the hotel would use the money that they were not being paid. And so yeah, I know, right? I was relatively young. I was about 26. And
Yeah.
and so I told them I was 26 managing older people, some were 40, 45, 50. And so I
Wow.
told them, I sat them down in a meeting and I told them, the hotel is not going to change its pay policies. We have to do something about it. So why not form what we call in Kenya chama, where
Mm,
people come together and give each other money on a rotational basis. They hadn't thought about that before. And so we did that. So this week someone would get 5,000 shillings, the next week the other person would get, and from there people began doing small businesses. So during your
nice.
off time, you do business, you have capital, and no one's pay was increased. And then someone told me, you have just empowered me. And by empowering me, you have empowered my children and my children's children, because I can now take my children to school without taking loans. And so that empowering of generation, empowering my children's children, that's how it came about.
Wow. That is a very
Yeah.
powerful story. The hospitality industry, amazing. Like, why the hospitality industry? Like, is that something that you had always wanted to do, or it was just circumstances that maybe took you into that particular field? Just curious there. And I
Well,
like, and BOK loves that statement and says, yes, bring solutions to the table that actually provide relief to the people who need it. They were
Yeah.
wasting the hotel, the hotel staff as a way
Mm-hmm.
of like it's like a form of rebellion. But you
Mm-hmm.
float this idea that you guys can actually save the little that you get, and you can do something worthwhile, and just something very simple. And I'm sure it really changed at least mindsets, and that's a very powerful thing. Okay, so the hospitality industry, how did you find yourself there? Isn't it stressful? You have to deal with people, the craziness, the clients who are stealing things from the room. How
Yes.
was that experience? Just briefly.
It was exciting. I love excitement actually, but it was
Mm.
tiring. It was quite tiring. When I was a housekeeping manager, it wasn't as tiring because then I would work 8 to 5.
Okay.
Uh, because you make sure that the hotel is clean during the day, so the night is taken care of. But that is what I studied in university, remember?
Oh, nice.
Hotel and institution management. Though I majored on the institutional side, so that means I most probably would have landed in government or schools or hospitals. And I've worked in all those. I've worked in a school, I've worked
Wow.
in for an NGO and a hospital, a restaurant and a hotel.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
so my experience in the housekeeping world was okay, aside
Uh-huh.
from the way you say that people can steal towels and so they carry tissue paper and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, the most challenging time was during my working in a restaurant. It was a very busy restaurant in Nairobi.
Yeah.
So I get to work at 7, for example, and by the time I am ready to clock out at 6:30, I'm told that there's a batch of visitors who have come from somewhere, and we have
Yeah.
to stay into the night.
Wow.
Yes, so what we would do, because we would stand for long hours, is have a can of deep heat. I don't know if you know what deep heat is.
Yes.
This
It's like I'm trying to get a name for it for the guys may not understand it.
it's like a muscle relaxer. I yes,
Yes, I think it's a muscle relaxer with that sensation. It's very, yeah, it has a nice sensation effect when you have especially a swollen somewhere.
yes. So we would go to the washrooms and spray our legs and then go back and work.
Wow.
Uh, some clients, especially when drunk, were very abusive. Some were good. It was just fun. But because again I was in a supervisory role, it wasn't as bad. It
Okay.
wasn't as
Whew.
bad. I learned then that the customer is always right because that is what we were taught. I learned meeting and exceeding expectations from the hotel industry, and
Mhm.
now that molded my attitude when I came to work in the government space because I saw our
Gov-
clients way different.
yeah,
Uh,
government space, and that is quite a transition. As much as the university training and even just the professional training that you undergo at tertiary level to that transition into the workplace. How did you make that transition and adjustment? Because you are coming from the private sector and you're joining government, and government tends to have like a lot of structure. Government is one of those places. Government has always existed. God knows since when, like since like back in the day. So you find structures, you find people are set in their ways. You find systems that it's very difficult to even start like changing because this is how we've always done things. So coming
mhm.
from a space like, let's say, where you had autonomy to make a decision, like let's say
Yes.
the hotel industry, or the hospital or the non-governmental space, how was that transition into public service? Because I'm sure it wasn't easy.
It was not easy. One, I was given the government space was defined to me as permanent. Your work is on a permanent and pensionable um what is it called, structure, so you
Yes.
cannot leave your job.
Uh-huh.
And at that point, I needed to make a family, to build my family. I needed to have babies, Goga. And
I like how it came out.
it was not going to happen when I was in the hotel industry, because again, I love to work, so I can really just work day and night.
Yeah.
So the promise was that I would work 8 to 5, build my family, and then have just a comfortable salary for the rest of my days until I retire.
Until retirement.
Whew. And and that was a good narrative until I joined government.
Yeah.
And I was in shock the day I received my first salary.
Yo.
Whew. I was in shock. Then I was in shock at the structure, the bureaucracy, the way you're not free to do things.
Yeah.
Yes, it took me years. It took me convincing myself that I need to make babies and I need to just have a family, and be there for my children and my husband and my children. See, husband comes first, right?
Yeah.
Eh, husband comes first. Woo. So yes, I needed that stability. And yes, that transition was not easy after my first pay.
Wow.
After my first pay, because I made a lot more money in the private, the corporate world, the private sector, yes, every other place. There was freedom to make money.
But I like the intention because I need to
Yes,
have a family, and
yes.
because the private sector tends to also like put a lot of pressure and targets and deadlines, and sometimes you
Mhm.
may not be able to easily find that balance as compared to the government. So I mean, maybe something good at least from the government side. Then you have the benefit of time. Yeah,
Yes.
you have the
And
benefit of
holidays.
and holidays. Wow.
Yes. Uh,
Oh yeah, because the hospitality space during the holidays when actually you have more customers.
yes, that's the peak season. That is when we have to work. So something good came out of it. You're right.
Wow. Okay. Good
Yeah.
to know. I will come back to that because I know we share conversations there.
Yes.
Um, let's talk about the young Akinyi. Growing up in Kenya, I like how you are very specific that there's a certain name that belongs to your father. There's another name that belongs to your husband. And I think it was very deliberate why you had to like introduce yourself with all those full names. But let's talk about like childhood, and you talk a lot about your mom and how your mom used to make you at least help pay fees for some kids, and and for you it was like very small, and you're like, oh wow, this at least gave you insights into what other families may be going through, that that somebody is not really like maybe helping out or something. Growing up as Flora the young Akinyi, um in Kenya, or wherever you're born, do you remember any defining moment, especially in your childhood, that you think has shaped how you become an adult? Like they always say, teach them how they should grow, and when they grow, they will never depart from it, as the good book says. Is there any particular moment in your childhood that you remember and you're like, yep, I was always destined to be empowering people because it was in my upbringing, it was the template that I was given?
Wow. There are many of those moments.
Yeah.
Did I mention that I'm a firstborn?
Wait, what? You are a firstborn?
Yes, I
A
am a
deputy?
firstborn.
You are a deputy parent?
Exactly.
Oh my God! How many siblings? Like how many siblings? Family?
We are six. We are six. I am number one.
You are the first one in. Okay, fine. There we go. Yep. Okay, makes sense now. Why you had to be there?
Yes.
All right.
So every moment of my childhood shaped my adulthood. Every moment of it. One,
Wow.
yes, just because I was a firstborn and I was expected to take care of every other person,
Wow.
including my parents. Yes.
Flora, hold that thought. Allow me to acknowledge this raid we just got by East African Workout Girl. East African Workout
Wow.
Girl, thank you so much for the raid. My sister, thank you so much for that raid. She just ended her live stream and decided to send people over to us. So thank you so much, East African Workout, for the raid. You could have picked anybody else, but you decided to choose us here at the Sunday service. And I just want to say thank you. I love being chosen. I love being chosen, and I think it's powerful being chosen. So thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. And everybody who came in through the raid, Steven and the rest, Title Pro, I see you there. Thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate. All right, carry on, Flora. Firstborn.
Yes,
Firstborn,
I
you are
also
coming
love
in
being
six.
chosen. Goga, I am a firstborn.
What?
I am a firstborn. I remember I remember when I was about 6 years old. I was six actually. You know
Yeah,
the age where children are expected to play. And my mom had taken her students to music festivals. I remember that day so well. And then my brother was a toddler. We are 4 years apart.
yeah,
So when I'm six, he was about 2 years old. And I went to play with my friends. My mom was not around. We had a housekeeper who was taking care of my brother, but my brother
yeah,
was asleep. And when he woke up, uh, you know the way children know where their pots of food or porridge are kept. So
yeah,
the housekeeper would use a particular pot to make his porridge, and he knew that pot. So he was hungry, and the girl had gone somewhere and left the pot, the handle hanging out from the cooker, the
yeah.
gas cooker. So the little boy just went and grabbed the porridge like this, and it poured on him, and he
Ooh,
got burned. Yes. So this girl, in her, those days there were no cell phones.
yes. Back in the day.
Yes. We did not have cell phones. So there was no way she would have communicated to my mom what had happened. She took the baby to hospital.
Yeah,
And then when I came back home, she wasn't in, my brother wasn't in. My mom came back home and we could not find my brother. Goga, we looked for that little boy throughout the town. Now it's a city, Kisumu. We
yeah.
went to
Oh,
every
wow.
hospital. Yes, we went to every hospital. We went to every morgue. I was so little. And my mom kept saying if I would have stayed at home, my brother would not have disappeared. So we thought that the girl had stolen my brother.
Wow.
Yes, so the whole day, from the whole afternoon, because I think she came back at around 1 or 2 p.m. So we walked through the town and then went to my aunt's place. My aunt lives somewhere within Kisumu, just next to the main hospital. It's called Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, the Teaching and Referral Hospital. So my mom goes to my aunt's place. We were crying, and she says, "No, my son is lost." And my aunt says, "No, the girl came here to get some porridge. He got into an accident and they are admitted at this hospital." It was just next door. And so we go to hospital and find my brother all covered in bandages, and he was burnt pretty badly. And the
Wow.
house girl had been beaten blue black by the nursing team. She was beaten because she did not know her boss's name.
Oh,
She
no.
Yes, they asked her, "So what is her name?" She's called Mwalimu. Mwalimu is teacher.
Teacher, yeah.
Yeah. And she was beaten. She was really in pain. And so from that day I was told that my duty as a firstborn was to take care of my siblings. And so I stopped playing.
Oh, no.
I was only six. And I was so afraid of playing unless I hid, because sometimes children would come and I would feel the urge to go and play. And so I just stopped playing and started sitting more in the house. My mom was a teacher and also a self-taught dressmaker. So she made dresses. So because I could not go out to play, I sat in her tailoring room. She had like three sewing machines, and I would just observe her making her dresses, making the clients' dresses. I would help her do finishing touches, especially on wedding dresses. And now that is where my artistic or my creative juice uh, was nurtured.
Nice.
Mm.
Ooh.
So again, from something awful came something really nice. The way the Bible says all things work together for good for those who love the Lord. Yes, it also worked together because then I discovered my creative side.
Oh wow.
So that's
I like
one. That's one.
I like that, and that is, I think, was that like the most like dramatic one, or is there another one that maybe we can share with us before we, because there are people they like East African is saying, uh, East African is just reflecting on being a firstborn. She says, "I'm the
Yes.
firstborn too. It is
Mm,
sweet, but it is sweet and sour. You are expected to grow
exactly.
up very fast." And I like how you said, for you stopped playing because then you had to take responsibility. And
Yes.
yeah, and East African says your siblings mess up anything. As the firstborn, you are the one who is answerable. Um,
Exactly.
in
Exactly.
retrospect,
Mm.
in retrospect, when you look at that particular moment, do you have any regrets? Do you have any like because the key, I'm sure your siblings grew up and now you had to like do you have any regrets that they made you not play? Now when you look back, do you have any?
Definitely, I did regret a lot because I grew up without friends. I grew up
Ah,
without friends. For a very long time, I did not know how to interact with people.
oh wow.
So, yes, I did not know how to interact with people. And that was my biggest regret. I always wanted to just make friends and learn life because most of the mistakes I did in life were as a result of. I would say that if I discussed it with someone, then maybe I would have gotten another angle to whatever it was.
Mm.
But yeah, that was just it. I also my brother and I had did not have such a good relationship. The only relationship we had, or we have had till now, is that of I am a firstborn. I have to take care of him.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So because
And
he's the one who went and took the porridge, who told him to?
oh yeah, because you are the one who brought it on yourself, and now I have to take the blame for all your craziness.
Imagine, and he was just a baby, a hungry one. Yeah. So
Oh,
that's one. That's one. I
mm.
was also I took care of my father's goats.
Oh, wow, that should be fun. Goat.
Yes, I was a shepherdess.
I've never
Shepherd.
heard of the word shepherdess until today.
Hey, that was me. That was me. So I took wow, my dad has a natural gift for farming. So
Mm,
whatever he puts his hands to really, really prospers. And so we lived in the town, and no one farms in town. Town, it's a city. It's
yeah,
everyone has
built.
dram.
Yeah, it's an urban setting. Yeah,
Yes, but my dad would plant maize and his kitchen garden was very, very large. He had carrots, maize, cabbages, everything. Like we literally ate from that a very small space. So
yeah.
if you look at my life, I have a lot of kitchen gardens. I make gardens from the smallest of spaces. I
Interesting.
yes, I have tried my hands on goat farming. I have goats in my home up country, but I took care of my dad's many goats, and they would give birth in triplets and twins.
Multiplying.
Yes. So it was against municipal. Do we call them rules? Do
Oh
we
yeah,
call
because
them?
you're in the city, at the
Yes.
town.
Uh-huh. It was against the rules, for lack of a better word, to plant maize in town because they breed mosquitoes, and to keep goats in town because they were a menace. So anytime we would lack fodder or we would lack grass or anything for the goats to eat, I would take them somewhere
Yeah,
outside of our compound. And then the municipal council, now city council people, would take all the goats to their yard. And the little me would run after the goats, to go and to go and plead my case and bring them back. It was such an interesting. I think it my childhood really made me an easy person. I adapt so fast. So my dad's goats have disappeared. I will run and find them and beg and cry, and I'll be given the goats back, or I'd call my dad and he'd be fined. That's those are some of the defining moments of my childhood. I took care of goats.
Wow. So six siblings, you are the firstborn. They are all grown up now, and they turned out fine, I'm sure.
Excellent.
Yeah, they turned out excellent. I like the word excellent. They turned out
Mm,
excellent. If given a chance today, and let's say, for example, mom told you not to even take responsibility, or
mm.
not even take, the firstborn tag seriously, or something like that. 6 kids later, 6 siblings later, um what would you say to that? Would you like, would you say, would you take that responsibility, or you'll be happy to go and play?
I would be happy to go and play. Why not? I would go and play Goga. I would go and play. Let me tell you something. When my friends would come to my place and ask me to go swimming with them, and then I would tell them that I'm babysitting. I
Oh,
learned how to swim when I was an adult, like
wow.
adult in my late 30s.
Okay,
Yeah, there
okay.
was a chance to go swimming. So I believe to date that a child should remain a child. Whether you're a firstborn, well,
Mm,
teach your firstborn responsibilities in life, but let them be children. When
I
it's
like
time
that.
to play, let them play. When it's time to go watch movies, let them watch movies. Then train them, and train all your children equally, not just the firstborn. Train all your
Ah,
children equally. Yes, to do house chores, because those are life skills that everybody needs, not just the firstborn.
wow.
Mm.
Tell me
So I
about tell, tell me about your last born in the family.
Oh, my darling,
Yeah,
she's wow. You know the way I am told that, or we are given these narratives that lastborns are they are like babies and spoiled. Our
yeah.
lastborn is more like me.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Now,
it's not.
I
It's not an
yes,
entitled. I was the last one in the family. The rest of you all need to like bow down to my wishes. No.
and no, she was born late. She
Oh,
she was
okay.
born late. She was. I think she was an oops baby. So
I hope we
so
don't
she
get into trouble for this interview.
she was she was very hardened. Ali, she's actually the person I lean on most.
Oh, wow.
Uh, we have a 17-year difference. So she
Whoa,
was,
that's a
yes.
lot. Yeah,
She was born right after, or just before I finished my high school main exams. Um, I maybe I need to mention that my mom and I also have a 17-year difference in age.
oh, wow.
Yes, I was born to a teenager. So
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 you are
I
technically, so you and your last one is like technically you would have been mom to your last one.
yes, and I played the mom role very well. She's a different she's a different breed of lastborns. She's really a different breed of lastborns. So I can't say that I've experienced the lastborn nature in her, because
Yeah,
now she is my personal person, and of course my advocate, my lawyer, my personal one. Mm,
I love that.
yeah.
You mentioned something there about letting in, reflecting on your upbringing. You say let children be children. You can only give them like life skills that they can apply later on, but they're at the end of the day, they are still kids and they need to enjoy being kids.
Yes.
um what are some of the lessons? They could be hidden, or they could also be just some of these lessons that maybe that are not very clear to most parents, especially parenting in today's world. What are
Mm.
some of them? what are some of these hidden lessons in your experience that you think children, and this is you speaking as a mother as well, what are some of the lessons that you think children normally learn from adults,
Yes.
intentionally or unintentionally? Because I think sometimes maybe parents, we may not, they may not have like that level of self-awareness, in
Mm,
a sense. Yet kids are picking some of these things. It is how you remember taking care of your father's goods. It is how you remember mom was a strict disciplinarian. She was a teacher. She was a dressmaker. It is how you are picking even lessons of dressmaking from her indirectly, just by being in her space. Are there
mm.
any hidden lessons in your experience that you think children normally model from adults, whether intentioned or even unintentional?
Right. I believe children learn more from what we do than what we say,
Yeah,
because then they model after our our lifestyles.
yeah.
So, for example, I loved, and this my friend pointed out, I have always loved putting on flat shoes,
Yeah.
like flat soles, no, not heels. I'm not good with heels, and it's because my mom stopped putting on heels when I could, for as long as I can remember. So I thought those were the right shoes to put on,
Oh.
like just flat shoes. Yeah. No one, she didn't tell me. I just saw it and I thought, wow, this is the. So every shoe that I bought was flat. If I have heels, it's maybe for a photo shoot because I love taking photos as well. And then I would just remove them and throw them away or keep them or stash them away. So children model after what we do more than what we say. So if we are giving advice orally, it should match what we are doing practically.
Hmm.
Yes, a lot of things I picked. My dad, for example, I picked farming from him because that's all I saw him do well. I mean, not all, but I saw him do farming really, really well. And so it comes naturally. Then I saw my mom's love for building a home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I build my homes. Like I'm always thinking of what do I do next? Do I build a kitchen? Do I now build an out a banda? I'm always thinking about that because those were the stories we would tell with my mom, and she would do that, building homes. So the children model after what we do. My mom was quite religious. I turned out to be religious myself. Yes,
Hmm.
only that we took different parts from each other, but the religious bit, it stuck. So yes, action speaks better than words, even louder than words.
Louder than words.
Yes.
Cloud Diesel is watching you from the UK, and Cloud Diesel says Western parents nowadays are mostly iPads. They're not even human beings. The iPads are acting as the parents. From your
Mm,
experience, as a mother,
yes.
and maybe you can tell us, I don't know how many kids. Maybe you want to share with how many kids you've raised in your family, but
Mm,
from your own family, from your own experience as a mother.
mhm.
Um, are there moments where your kid has done something and you just look at them and you just start smiling because you definitely know you can literally see yourself in them, and you are responsible for that craziness, whatever it is that they've done.
All of them. So every
Like you
single
just
child
tell them,
carries
like
an aspect of me.
the last one.
Every single child carries an aspect of me. Some of
Nice.
them in greater proportions. And sometimes I look at my child doing something or responding to something, and the first thing I say is, "Mommy, I'm sorry if I did this," and I'm always apologizing to my mom, even in heaven, because woo, hey, I got bits of me, but it's good. It's all good because parenting does not come with a manual.
Hmm.
Yeah, you just plunged into it, and every child teaches you how to parent because all of them are different and they're uniquely built, they're uniquely created. So I cannot expect Amos to behave like Brianna, Brianna to behave like Audrey, or Audrey to behave like Hera. They are very different.
Wow.
So the difference between me and my mom now, as a parent, is that I understand that the children are different. My mom wanted us to behave the same way. So,
Ah,
yes, yes, yes. So the measuring stick was in the child who behaved closest to her expectation.
wow.
Yes. And now her expectations were that all her children would be scientists because she is a scientist.
Hmm.
My mom was a teacher of math, biology, and chemistry.
That was a
So,
proper scientist.
yes, the reason she did not go to medical school, because that's what her dream was, is because she got married immediately after her fourth form. So she did not proceed to form 5 and 6 to enable her go to the School of Medicine.
Hmm.
So she always wanted all her children to be scientists and especially doctors. So
Oh,
only one of us is a medical doctor, and it came naturally to her. I am an artist from head to toe. My
yeah.
thought processes, it's all art. But I passed my sciences so well because of the cane.
Wow.
Yes, you cannot disappoint her. So maths had to be an A, biology an A, chemistry ish because it was not her favorite. Math and biology were her favorite. So she wanted all of us to be scientists, and that is why I chose to study a Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Institutional Management. The
Hmm.
Bachelor of Science was to appease her spirit.
Oh, wow. The
Yes,
science bit. Yeah.
the science bit. My brother is an engineer, my follower. The third born is an engineer. The fourth born is a medical doctor. The fifth born is an electrical engineer. And now the sixth born is a lawyer.
A lawyer. Wow. So
Yeah. So the first,
everybody actually chose their own path.
yes, yes. But the middle four, they are scientists. The first and the last one, we went our own ways.
Wow.
Yeah, but
And guys,
yeah,
yeah. And
yeah, I
guys,
know she'll be proud of
feel
us.
free to share your experience on the chat in case there's something that Flora is saying and you are relating to it. Feel free to drop it on the chat so that I can share with her. And if you have not yet connected to Flora, guys, the link that is pinned on top of my chat, I want to see you guys. You can watch the live stream from her channel as well. It is pinned there. Jump over, watch I can see all your questions. I can see all your comments. I know you guys love where there is a crowd. But you can also jump there and you can let your device run on the other side, and you can ask your questions even from the other side. East Africa says we cannot be the same Yawa. We cannot be the same Yawa.
We cannot.
Um, yeah. If you are to speak to your younger self, the younger Flora, what is that one thing you would affirm in her, protect, or even pour into her? Because I think as we grow up, like also we start now having an understanding of some of the things that used to happen when you were growing up, and sometimes you may not necessarily agree with them because now you can process them. If there's that one thing that you'd pour into the young version of Flora, what would that be to affirm that young girl?
Flora, you are more than enough.
Ooh.
That's just it. You are more than enough. If I can explain that, I said I was born to a teenager who was an A student, like an exceptional student. She was the brightest in her class and in her family. And
Yeah.
and because she gave birth to me, her career path was cut short, right?
Yeah.
And so it was blamed so much on my coming into life, into her life.
Ah, wow.
Yes, yes. So that was a tug of war that we had for a very, very long time because she felt that had she not had me, then she would have gone to the States and studied medicine. She had the scholarship. She had
Hmm.
her sponsor, a very rich relative, was willing to take her to all those lengths. So you see, that was a struggle that we had for a long, long time, and
Yeah.
and that brought in a lot of self-esteem issues, So much so that I thought I was not enough. And that is why I say that I am more than enough. I would tell my younger self that, because then I thought I was, I ruined someone's life. I was always struggling for her attention, for her approval, and for her
Wow.
validation. Always, always. And she was always angry at me during her younger years. We became close when later in life, when I moved out of home actually, and I began working. That is when now we would have decent conversations, and that is when now she led me to join in on her projects of educating children.
Wow. That's deep.
Mm, yes.
East African says, my dad wanted me to be a doctor or a
Oh,
lawyer. I said,
oh,
no, daddy. I said, no, daddy. And then she says, I became what I wanted since childhood. I became what I wanted since childhood. And that, already, Flora, you can already see the differences in terms of upbringing and even how, for you, you're saying, mom got married early. And so her entire career of what could have been
mm,
is like, you are the one who you kind of came in the way, and now she had to like make adjustments in terms of
mm,
her trajectory and stuff like
yes.
that.
Mm,
And this is something that I think happens to like a lot of us nowadays. We are, we crack jokes, and I don't know, from your empowerment conversations and the forums you attend, I'm sure it comes out a lot. As adults, we are nowadays, people are having very raw conversations around trauma from upbringing, trauma
yes.
from parents, the things our parents told us never to do. And then you grow up in such a way, you are an adult, you have all the money in the world, you have all the independence, and you still can't do it because you are still like holding on to what you experienced growing up, and that has kind of shaped your worldview. What is your take on this? Do you think we normally a child will carry this into adulthood? And I like how you say, for you, your mom's relationship, and yours actually got better now after you became an adult, and now you start coming in into the project. To the people who are watching us right now, I don't know what has been your experience in terms of the people you speak to. Is this something that is very common? And how do we like navigate it?
Wow. It's so a lot of adults carry childhood trauma. They so many people that I have talked to, especially millennials and the generation X, where
Yeah.
I belong. We were raised by parents who are more of we had a military background kind of raising where
Yeah.
you are there to be seen and not to be heard. The parent is always right. The career choices that your parents make for you are what you should stick by.
Mm.
And then, if a girl got pregnant while in school, your parent would easily disown you. So now, I'm coming across so many men, and I really have a heart towards men. I'm coming across so many men who did not have father figures
Mm.
growing, or the right mentorship, or the right men to hold their hands into manhood, and so they are behaving in a certain way. Then when you dig deeper, you realize, no, this is from childhood experiences and trauma. Women as well. Women. I met a group of women who are carrying mother wounds. What my mom told me, what my mom did to me. Like, you ask a group of 15 women, each of them would say, at this point in my life, my mom told me that I was stupid, for example.
Yeah.
I hope that word can be said on.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That is okay. You're giving an example, so it's okay.
Okay, it's an example. Or my first body shaming was from my own mother. These are women now, women in their 40s, 35 to 55. That was the age group in that meeting, where a 50-year-old woman still hurts from the words that their parents told them, especially their mother. Someone says that my mom, all she could say was that I was selfish. It's a word that can come out really well and someone laughs it off, but
Yeah.
someone has carried it into their 50s, 5 decades, and
Five
they don't,
decades.
5 good decades, and they do not know whether it was true or not. So yes, so many adults are carrying childhood trauma into adulthood, uh, unhealed, unhealed situations, and so my journey through life has been to build whole adults, one person at a
Mhm.
time. Yes,
Ooh,
just help someone be whole, someone learn how to heal, because I had to learn how to heal, and someone helped me do it.
how is the healing process, especially as an adult? Because and I'm a yoga instructor, you know this, and one of the things anytime I'm like instructing my students, and this comes from my training. My teacher and master used to say, you need to get into the mindset of a child.
Yes.
Child, yeah, especially when you're practicing, because children normally do something and then they deal with the consequences later. But as an adult, you think of the consequences and then you talk yourself out of not doing that particular thing. And
Mm,
you say, nope, I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not going to die. I'm not, because you've processed it, you've seen everything that could go wrong. But for a kid, they will they will go do what mom told them not to do, and then they get hurt, and then now they're like, oh, so this is what was supposed to happen. And then
mm,
now they know that, okay, next time I need probably not to do this, but probably they'll even forget it and they'll still do it again. It's a
yes.
mindset that so he was using that as an example in terms of the mindset we need to be adopting, especially when you want to try out new experiences. And he said that
Mm,
normally when somebody becomes an adult, they normally lose that mindset because they are over processing. You said you had to go through a healing process. What does
mm.
that look like? And I know without getting into details, what would healing look like, especially as an adult? Because I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of work. I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of inner work. You're going to like uncover a lot of wounds that you've hidden. I'm sure it is not an easy job, but what does that really look like for somebody who's like carrying, like, let's say, childhood trauma, and they want to like embrace healing and take charge? And yeah.
I would say, Goga, that healing is a journey. It is a journey, almost a journey of a lifetime, because in my case, I prayed about it and I asked God to keep revealing anything hidden, or to keep bringing to the surface whatever I needed to heal from. Now,
Mm.
being in the firstborn space, and I call it the office of a firstborn. I was
Office of the firstborn. Wow. Okay.
office, my friend. So I was so
I love this.
hardened. I
Office
was
of
so
the
hardened.
firstborn.
Hey, I developed thick skin, and because I had to deal with a lot of hard moments, and so I rarely cried.
Oh.
I rarely let out emotions. I would sweep so much under the carpet, so much emotion under the carpet. So for me, I did not know
Mm.
that I needed to heal, or that I was carrying any kind of trauma, until a point came now when I was plunged into leadership, and I kept meeting people, like I'm given a team of 7 to lead, and then 14, and then the teams kept expanding. And every time someone would do something, I would get visibly irritated. I kept forgetting that people are humans, and they can make mistakes. And so at one point, I sat myself down. I brought myself to a meeting, and decided to join a program. A
Mm.
program. It's called Divas Spark. and it's led by a pastor, and all it does is to unleash the that woman. It's for women, so it is unleashing the woman within, from within. The program went really really well, because we would meet, share our experience, laugh about it. That was it. But now the big thing, the big day came when now we went for a retreat in a resort somewhere, and we were given a big flip chart, big, and then you're told, now write every milestone of your life from when you can remember, as early as possible, even if you can remember the day that you were born, from when you can remember to now, to date. Write every milestone, and if you think about anything that was significant, put it in bold.
Mm.
So everyone was given their flip chart, and then you go to your corner and you write, 1978, this happened. 1982, this happened. Do you know, I was writing, I wrote when I was a toddler. I remembered one time when I was with my mom, and then I pushed a radio. It was a very big radio, and it fell on her, and she cried so much, and she blamed me for wanting to hurt her. And I wrote that, and I broke down, and I was like, I was only about, like, so young, maybe 4 or 5. I think, I don't know. I was young yet conscious, and I cried. So by the time I got to my high school days, I could not write on the flip chart because it was soggy. It was full of tears.
Wow.
And yes, I looked up, and every woman in their corner, their flip charts were full of tears. We could not write. It was a flip chart and a felt pen, and they were full of tears. And then we went for our meeting, just to regroup and tell each other what our experiences were. And every woman was broken. But that was the day I knew that I was carrying trauma, because I was crying uncontrollably. I have never cried like that in my life. I was a
Mm.
firstborn. I was strong for everyone else, even for my mom and dad. So that was the day I broke down, and I cried more than everyone. And I was so embarrassed. Like, why am I crying? But the more I got embarrassed, the more I felt embarrassed, was the more I cried. And every woman threw away their flip charts and came and just held me. And I had someone say, so I repent on behalf of your mom. So she stood in for my mom. And she said, as your mom, because now my mom is in heaven, I repent for doing this and this and this. Kevin, I was broken. I cried, I cried, I cried. By the end of the crying, and it took 1 hour of crying, I came out light, like as if a burden was lifted off me. But it is these women who came and just held me and spoke into me and repented on behalf of my mother and my aunts and every other woman who has ever done anything or said anything to my life. That is when I realized that all this while I was carrying mommy wounds and
Mm.
silent daddy wounds, because why was my dad not speaking up?
Oh yeah, because he had the responsibility.
Yes,
I like.
he had a
Yeah.
responsibility. Yeah. So then healing, it's a journey, but for me, it was that moment of being told, write down your life, indicate the milestones, and then it just broke loose. But after that, I healed, and I was empowered, more now to work with other people into spaces of healing.
You are very strong on your faith, and that's the first thing you said even when you're introducing yourself. Has faith played any role when it comes to your healing journey and even decision making and even like your perspective on growth? Has faith been a very key factor? And if yes, how?
Absolutely, absolutely. I put God first in everything. I will pray, and I can pray. I will not do anything without asking God. I really, really believe in divine guidance. Um, like when I'm going into a new office, the first thing is I will get into the office, close the doors, and kneel down and pray. So a majority of times when I am uncertain, I will always say, Holy Spirit, take the lead. Or when I get to the parking lot, uh, I say, Spirit of God, let's do this. You lead, I will follow. So I have had that beautiful relationship with God, and it's God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. But the way I got born again was very unique. You know, I don't think I would have gotten born again if I knew I was getting born again. I was in high school, Form 2, and there was a challenge weekend or weekend challenge, you know, where preachers come from outside and they hold a whole weekend of prayer in a school.
Hmm.
Yes, so a team came to our school, and I think I was so absent-minded. As an artist, I have such an artistic mind that I switch off so fast into daydreaming. I dream a lot in the night. I dream a lot in the day. I build a lot. Like I see things and I start calculating. So you can be talking to me, and unconsciously I have moved to London and I'm already buying property.
You're hanging
So
out with the queen.
yes. So I drifted off in the meeting. And then at the time when the preacher asked, so how many got born again today? I did not realize that was the question he asked. I don't know what I thought he asked, but I carried my hand up. And everyone looked at me like, huh? You didn't get born again. I did not know what he said, but he said, okay, you come, stand in front here now. Say after me. And I repeated something. And that's how he declared me saved. And then after that, now I didn't know what to do. I there's living without salvation that I think the devil gets comfortable with, and he does not bother you. And then there's now someone saying, now I am going to walk the way of Christ, and he just was hiding at a corner and he now starts shooting missiles. And so my life became terrible after that. And I went home. It was in the night, at midnight, because I was a day scholar. Others were boarders in boarding school, that is. And so I went back home, and for the first time, I found my parents arguing over me. And what they said, oh, I hear she got born again. I hear she got born again. So let's see how this goes. I know she will not last in it. And that was the beginning of chaos. But then, because I did not have mentorship, I derailed and I backslid, and I rededicated my life again to Christ as an adult. Now, between that time and rededicating my life to Christ, then I realized that all this while I survived so much, not because of my own strength, but because of divine guidance, even when I was not conscious about it. So I made it my conscious decision. In fact, it's very intentional to always give thanks in the morning. Just say, thank you, Jesus, or good morning, Jesus. So, how are you today? How are we today? How are we going to go about this? It is my belief that it has carried me through. So, God, I'm feeling bad about what this person has done to me. You know, I hate someone doing this, and this. Can you give me peace? But can you deal with this person for my sake? Yeah, those are the kinds of conversations I have with Jesus, I have with the Holy Spirit, saying thank you, saying that lead the way, telling him how I feel. Like, even if I want to steal something, I will tell him, you know, I want to steal this thing, but I know you will help me so that I do not steal it. Yeah, that kind of a thing. So yes, I have learned to let God lead the way, and I believe that I have experienced the way He leads me, that He has divinely protected me and led me. Uh, Days have been tough, not easy. When you submit to the leading of God, nothing comes easy, but He makes it bearable. Yes, so that is my experience as a born again Christian. I hope I've answered what you asked.
Yes, I think precisely, because I think it's always important just to get to like understand, because this is also like a lesson, because you do work with teenagers as well. And that time, I think when that you have to go through that weekend challenge, you are a teenager, and that's when I think life and a lot is going on around that time. And you know it's important to clarify that. What do you think shaped your confidence in terms of, because you're a teenager, you're growing, as much as like there's certain there's and you said one thing, that you being the first one and you being told that you need to take care of your siblings, it made you not be very social as much as you would have wanted. So you never knew how to relate with people for the longest time. How did you get that confidence? Now, Flora, today we are talking about empowering generations. Now you are talking about empowering generations because you have been empowered.
Yes.
What is the cost? What is the cost of being the person who like can help empower the next person? You know, how did you? Because I'm sure it's not easy. I'm sure it took a lot of work. And one of the things I think you mentioned here is healing was a very crucial part, and you had to make peace with it in order for you to feel light. And you can only give when you are lighter. You can only give, I think, because if you're carrying a burden, I think it's not very easy to be able to be the one to offer yourself to carry other burdens, because you'll say, I already have enough drama in my life, I'm not going to bother. But how did you what helped shape your confidence and even purpose in order for you to embrace this mission of empowering generations?
Right. As a child, I was a very creative child. That I
Mm,
remember very vividly. I only would have wished that I had an adult who intentionally held my hands. And that is why I hold hands, because I wanted that. For I do so many things just because I wished someone did them
mm,
for me. That's part of the journey of mentorship. For example, when I was about 12 years old, I read a I interpreted a piece of music without
mm.
having musical knowledge. I did not know that I did something magical until I became an adult and someone said, "Wow, that's a gift." Or I spoke French without learning, a bit of French that is, without
Yeah.
ever learning how, just by reading my mother's dictionary. But when I took it to my school, I was in boarding school in primary. So when I took it to school, I was so interested in learning that language, and my teachers took the book, the dictionary from me.
Mm.
But when I grew up and I went to a college to learn French, I realized that I spoke very good French by myself. So I was really, really a creative child. Now, as I said, I did not have someone to mentor me or to hold my hands. I always wanted to. So I did not believe in myself until I met a teacher in my school, my art teacher. I studied art in high school.
Wow.
And all that I remembered my mom saying was I was not good enough. I would not do things well enough. But then my mom was very creative. I always wanted to be like her. So one time I was in the art room, I created a piece that was exceptional. I did a painting that only my art teacher would do. And she was like,
Whoa.
"Wow, you are as creative." No, she said, "You have taken after your mother." Kevin, that was the moment. No one would take that confidence from me that I knew nothing. Even when my mom told me, I said, "My teacher, Mrs. Tado, has said I have taken after my mom, and that is what I'm carrying." So I learned to pick the positive. If you tell me anything positive, no matter how much I doubt myself, I will
Mm.
carry it and replay it in my head. So Mrs. Tado said that I am like my mom, because my mom was a self-taught dressmaker and designer. She didn't go to design school for that. And I was so good with my hands that I became one of her favorite students. And that was it for me. That was the word that I needed, and it shaped me. But then I realized that again I was called from a tender age into greatness. You can tell by the battles that you face. The more the battles, the more bright and or impactful your destiny is. And so uh, because I loved attending meetings. Like there was a youth meeting in town, I would attend it. I come back for meetings later because why did I go out as a teenager? But I went for a meeting in church or for some preacher who came to town or something, a youth seminar. And I would attend these so much. So then I developed the culture of listening to people who spoke well, spoke positive, and it brought out something in me. Because then I realized, wait a minute, what they are saying is inside of me. So I carry greatness. That was a confidence booster. But then thank God for the for internet. I think my power is running out.
Okay, take your time. Welcome, Keisha. Welcome, Cloud Diesel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you later. Thank you so much for stopping in. Kanini Kanene, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thanks so much, guys, for staying on. There's a comment here by Dr. Stella. Dr. Stella says, I am currently on that healing journey as well. And trust me, it is messy. Just when you think you've made a step, something triggers you back.
Yes.
Something triggers you back. So I think this is one of the, Dr. Stella, make sure you connect to Flora and then she can probably link you up to that group, maybe even her own space. And then as you are talking about creativity, you had a question from BOK. Flora, what types of art do you like to collect? Are there any specific countries or artists you focus on? That is a question from BOK, all the way in the States. So you can just have that in mind because I think you said you love art, and I think that's your background speaks volumes a lot. Right. Okay, back to you. I think you are now good. We can continue.
Yes, I've plugged my laptop.
Okay, cool.
Yes. So the reason I became confident by default because it was intrinsic. It was in me. So that any space that I walked into, I was given a leadership role. And so I had to just step up. I really just had to step up. But mostly my faith has really helped me and my past experiences. Yes, but I have found myself in leadership roles in every space. Well, initially, I thought I was an introvert, but that is because I did not interact with people so much when I was growing up. So I hid from people. And then I discovered another side of me once I got into the workspace where I just loved people. I love talking for a living. I love dealing with people. Yes. And my confidence comes from every small win that comes out of every season of my life or every person that I come in contact with. When it turns out well, my confidence is boosted.
Let's talk about art. And I am going to share something fun now on your Instagram. So, you talked about, guys, look at Flora's Instagram. It is so colorful. Like, and this is you. I think this is now your artsy side. I think this is now the other side of you as an artist. I love checking your Instagram. There's this picture. There's a picture here where you are in a very nice red gown and you are overlooking. I think this is Dubai, right?
Yes,
I can
that
see
is
that.
why.
Flora, is this AI or this is actually you?
That is Flora. That is me, my friend. I went for a photo shoot in Dubai. Who does
All
that?
right. Oh my god! Look at that. Like, I love this. And that. How did you take a photo in this thing?
It's a
Or a
dress.
video? Yeah.
And there was someone taking a video of me from behind
Yeah.
in the creek. It's called the creek. It's in the city.
Oh my, it is so. This is
Yes.
beautiful. These are
So you
beautiful
run.
pictures.
You choose the location. You can go to the desert or to a stairs or yeah wherever you want.
Yeah.
It's really a beautiful thing actually. Yeah.
What? I
Dresses in
love.
all colors.
And then this is this I think was and then it's your photos.
Ah,
You said you love photo shoots. You said you love
yes.
photo shoots, and I love how these photos have character. Like the, this is giving African vibes and stuff. This was
Mm.
you when you this was you I think when you celebrated 48 the other day.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm just like, what is going on here? And it's and I like how you are sticking to the African narrative, and this looks amazing, guys.
Thank
This is Flora's Instagram, and when you go to that Instagram page, you will understand how to be intentional about your artistry and your work. Look at this profile. It is beautiful. Like it's and then actually look at all your pictures here. None of them looks like was just taken from look at they're all intentionally taken, like they're all curated. It's like all photos here have been like done professionally. Talk to
yeah.
us about why do you why is photography very important for you in terms of documenting your message, and why do you get professionals to actually do it as opposed to like the novice way of taking photos, the way most of us normally do our photos. Why is this important for you? Why must it be done professionally for you?
Gaga, I realized that photography gives me an energy boost. Photo shoots
Oh,
an energy boost. So this particular birthday shoot was done on a day that I experienced. I went through something really bad at the workplace, and I came from work, took the dress, and went to the studio. That's just how I do it.
wow.
But other than that, I am a photographer myself, and I love to photograph nature.
Hmm.
So when I really try and take good pictures of people, but nobody has really mastered how to take good pictures of me. So that's why I go to
Oh,
the studio. Yes.
hey, shots fired. No one has mastered how to take good pictures of you. So that's why you get professionals to do it.
Yes. And I have four amazing studios to choose from.
Nice.
So it depends on what I want. I haven't uploaded so many pictures because some are not for public view. But yes, I love photography. My art teacher,
Yeah.
my high school art teacher keeps telling me to do an exhibition. And I think it's time. It's
It
really
is
time.
time.
Yes.
Because
If
this
uh,
looked stunning.
thank you.
Yeah, and everybody's just loving the African everybody's just loving the African attire. And then the red dress I think is winning as well. Anastasia and Kanini are obsessed with the red outfit.
Oh,
Yeah. I love the African. Oh my god, these pictures look stunning.
thank
These pictures look
you.
stunning. I think everybody's loving this. Let me ask you, how many people? How did you get dressed in this? How many people helped you put on this dress?
It was a very nice, kind Turkish lady. She she was my driver actually in Dubai.
Oh wow!
She was my driver, and she told me that she does photo shoots as well, and she has these beautiful dresses. And I said, why not? I will we will do a sunrise shoot. She a very very kind. It was it's a group of people from Dubai. They are four
Yeah,
from Turkey who now
yeah.
live in Dubai, and this is what they do for a living.
Wow!
Yes.
It's
A,
stunning.
a lady, her friend, and the friend's husband is the videographer. The friend is a
Oh
lady who is the photographer.
wow!
Talk about
Photograph.
aspirations.
So you said photography gives you an energy boost, and that's why it's important for you to always make sure that it is done, because as an artist, there's a certain expectation you have of photographs.
Yes,
So that is why you need a professional to get it right. 4 studios. Did you say 4 studios?
yes. I have 4 studios to choose from, depending on my mood.
Okay. Talk, talk to us about the energy boost that you get from photography. How does that look like? Like when you have to go take these beautiful pictures.
You know, Guga, I love to smile and I
Yeah.
love to laugh. I do not see myself smiling or laughing so often, but people see the smiles and the laughters and they give me feedback.
Yeah.
So I love to see pictures of me giving that smile or that laughter to myself, not to just other people. So that's where the energy
Wow.
comes from. I love color. I love color, and I'm trying now to run away from orange, yellow, and red because I love those colors. I want to try new colors
Mm-hmm.
in my shoots, but I want to also stick to African kind of photo shoots and art. I love African prints.
Keeping things in house. Yeah.
I love that. But whenever I get a chance to experience another culture, like my dream for 2026 is to represent or to take photos. I mean, to do photo shoots that represent as many cultures as possible, apart from the Kenyan culture.
You know, Flora, this is actually content. You can actually be a channel that just does photo shoots as content. Like literally, you just go and you can even just create a YouTube channel that just focuses on your photo shoots.
Really?
Yes, and then you just like choose a theme. Like for example, if you want to do the like for example the picture that people are seeing on the screen right now, the yellow, the gold and the yellow, the white,
Hmm.
the Arab, this Arab look. Oh my goodness, it looks. You know, it can be. I like how you play around with photos.
Uh-huh. Thank
I love how
you.
you play around with photos, and it's like you are having so much fun and stuff. It looks really stunning. Um, this probably the only photo that you took that somebody took of you randomly.
Thank my husband for that.
and,
This
and I'm
is
sure your husband. I don't know how much your husband. I don't know. I don't know how many photos your husband had to take for this to be this to end up
yeah,
on Instagram.
he takes and then I tell him, bring, let's no, delete, do it again. Uh well,
Nice. Oh my goodness, this look
he
amazing. I guess
tries.
this is yeah.
That's last year in Dubai.
Oh, you went for the desert safari and stuff.
Yes. And ha ha ha. The African queen.
So I like how you say this for you is the energy boost. This for you is like a reflection of what you want to tell yourself. Um,
Yes.
what you want to tell yourself, the message you want to tell yourself. This is you want an image of you. You love smiling, and you want to see Flora smile at Flora.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Man,
Because people tell me how much my smile means to them. And I'm like, Flora, your smile better mean something to you. Look at yourself smiling and yeah, tell yourself, good job, girl.
I love this. I love these pictures. They're just like they're just stunning, and
I
there are
also
people
love to
already.
travel.
Which one?
So I love to travel so
Oh yeah,
that would,
and explains and this explains now Dubai and whatnot, right?
yes. I do a lot of in internal, what is it called? Traveling in Kenya. Mm,
Domestic
domestic
tourism.
tourism. I love domestic tourism. Oh, and I'm developing a campsite. My husband and I are developing a campsite near the lake, Victoria, just for
What?
that. Yes, I
So
should upload the pictures one. It's coming up well for
nice.
domestic tourists. Yes, it is something that will bring out the Luo heritage.
Oh wow. So this is yeah, that's beautiful. Putting the Luo heritage to the world.
Yes, and we want to explore the Luo culture globally, from Ethiopia, Uganda, Tanzania, Sudan. It is called Lake Victoria Education and Tourist Center.
Wow. And then
Yes.
Kisha says your Flora's internal beauty covers her externally. So
Oh,
regal, so
thank
regal. So you're just
you.
getting your flowers there on the chat. And then East African Workout Girl says, I love this because I used to do modeling part time. That
Wow.
is from East African Workout Girl. So I think guys, you can go to her Instagram and follow her on Instagram so that you stop asking me, Goga, can we like see again? Go look for Flora Koile Kaki. Go look for Flora Koile Kaki on Instagram and then follow her. And then you can get more of those photos. And you can get more of those photos. And remember, she has the copyright. So in case you want to use any of them for content, make sure you seek her permission. Make sure you seek her permission. What has been your favorite place to travel so far? Because artists, of course, they don't like, they cannot settle in one place. So they love being in different spaces to explore the world. Favorite place to be that you have visited so far?
Well, um, my favorite place still remains at the shores of Lake Victoria, and I
Hmm.
want to go around Lake Victoria through to Uganda, and yeah, that has been it brings me a lot of peace. When you sit
Oh,
by the lake, there's the breeze. There's just the breeze. Now that I've gone back to Dubai a second time, I think I love the place, but I want to go to Ghana. I love Ghana more because of the culture.
oh, nice.
So any place that has a rich culture, Nigeria, Ghana, for me, I love those spaces where there is rich culture. That does it for me. But I'm used to explore the rest of the world, so I'll keep having a favorite every time. I
Hmm.
love I love nature. I love nature so much. Where there's water, where there's forests and greens,
Hmm.
I I could say Nyeri is my best because of the waterfalls. I could
Oh
say
yeah,
yeah, I could say Nanyuki is my best. I like where there is nature, I love it.
amazing.
Yes, and
Uh,
where and culture, nature and culture.
nature and culture, nature and
Yes.
culture. I want us to transition into public service as a public
Yeah.
service, but I know we cannot talk about it so much, but it's
Mm.
important because I told all these people that you and I did work together at some point. Let's talk about our work and our service to this nation, this great republic of Kenya.
Oh, Goga.
Let us talk. So, guys, the reason it's important for Flora and I to discuss this part because it's going to also give you at least when Flora talks about empowering generations, she's not just speaking to the children, the teenagers, or the adults. She's also speaking to like people she works with. You know the people, and she mentioned very well. She's been in positions of management, supervision, where people have to work under her. And I like what she said about that. I needed to focus on my own healing because I was having stuff under me and it gets overwhelming because I'm not able to be the best manager, the best leader to them because I still have to do my own internal inner work. And I like how she was very direct about that. Ifeanyi, welcome, Ifeanyi. How you doing? So Flora and I worked together. Flora, how many years did we work together? Because it was long before
Five?
we, yeah, 5 years. Yeah,
Mm,
we worked together for like 5 years. It feels like we worked together for like 10 years or something.
I know.
Yeah. So we worked together for 5 years at while I was in government. Flora is still in government, so I left government over a year ago and stuff. So we did work together with her, and we worked in one of the most sensitive installations in this country
Mhm.
at a very difficult time. And I think I just want to give you your flowers because thank you for being the leader that you are. Because I think you made me become a better person. You made me like not be afraid of making those boss moves because they were necessary until eventually when I when I was making a decision to leave government, for example, Flora is the first person who knew. Nobody else knew in government. She's the one who knew. Because she's the one I lead. Because she created that space, like she created that space of being a mentor that I could easily share with her that sensitive information when I'd made the decision. So thank you for being the leader that you are for the 5 years that we worked together there in public service. And yes, you are an amazing person. And thanks so much for empowering and making me see that yeah, it's possible to grow. It's possible, and it's okay to actually, it's actually okay to outgrow places and move on. Thank you for always making that very clear. And you are a different breed, to be honest. You know, there are people who will fight for you to like stay where you are, but for you are like, no, get the wings, fly, get the wings, fly. So thank you for that. I think thank you for that. Thank you for that period that we did work together. David Ant is asking, was okra served at work? Flora, Flora, we never even ate okra in the office. It has never happened.
No. Mm-mm. But Goga took his coffee seriously. Coffee. No. I have not had my coffee. Let me have my coffee first.
Then we can talk.
I miss working with you. I really do. It was one of the best.
I miss you.
Seasons.
I miss us during that time.
Wow.
It just used to be like a small family,
I
and
know.
yeah, it was a very interesting time. And even when I was going through my own healing journey, because I went through I think I went through my own healing journey when you are watching that process. You watched it unfold. And I remember when even when I made a decision to like, take up a practice, because I was depressed as a result of what happened that time and whatnot. I like how you just stepped up and, you just say, do whatever it is that you need to do in order to, in order to be at 100%. And that's not going to be my question. Like, leadership. How do you find leadership, especially you're a woman of faith? So Christianity is a big part of your life. Empowering for a generation is a big part of your life. How do you still manage to stay firm as a leader and still get the work that you still have your faith as a Christian, you still have your side things going on because you do many things, you are an artist, you are always creating things and doing stuff, and you are still able to manage people like Goga in a professional setup and still be firm but with a lot of grace, because you never raised your voice at anybody, but it was very firm. You made a decision. So how are you able to like still achieve that? Because most people will take advantage and say, aren't you a Christian woman? Why are you saying things, why are you telling me this and you're a Christian? Yet it's a work setting and a decision has to be made. So
Mhm.
tell me how you normally, how do you find that? Because I know I've since transitioned. I know I've not seen you since back when you left, when we parted ways, in an office setup at least. But
Mhm.
how do you get to find the balance, especially when you are leading teams, so that they are not crossing those boundaries?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Um, I have made it, as you have said, first, it's my faith. So I have made it my assignment to
Mm.
study the Word of God and study. Like, I can ask myself, what would Jesus do when it comes to this? I have studied biblical characters like Daniel. You know, Daniel was a public servant, that
Oh.
kind of a public, yes, Daniel was an officer of that government system then, and he was exemplary. I have studied Deborah, who was a woman who led during her time, a time when women did not lead, and she
Mm.
did it. She listened to the voice of God. So I study the word of God so keenly, and to get that balance, and I study the Bible for myself. I don't just listen. Even if you teach me something biblical, I will still go back and read. Other than that, I listen a lot to a lot of podcasts, YouTube recordings, and anything to do with leadership, because I realized that God was increasingly placing people in my hands, And I believe in the biblical, the scripture that says that we are made in God's image and likeness. So
Mm.
I am made in his image and likeness. I believe that. So if I am made in his image and likeness, then Goga, you are made in his image and likeness. I respect that every person carries God in themselves. Everyone carries Zoe. I mention that I am a founder of Zoe, an institute called Zoe Institute and Counseling Community. Zoe is basically the breath, the life of God, the very life of God. So I believe that because every human being carries the life of God, every human being has to be respected. And therefore, it is my mandate to shape someone's destiny, because God has sent us here for such a time, like you normally say, for such a time as this. That was
Yes.
your tools, actually, yeah. So
Yeah.
we have been placed here for such a time as this. If I fail to nurture whoever God places on my path or my team, then what will I tell him when I meet him eventually? So I have learned to listen. I have learned from uh, those who have gone ahead of me. I learn both from their wins and their failures. From their wins, because now that shapes how I also win. From their failures, because that teaches me what not to do or what to do that is different from that. So it's a whole roller coaster of learning, and the learning is every single moment, not even every single day, every single moment. Someone will do something, say something, and I just realize, that's a learning moment. Other than that, my mom has always been my reference point towards leadership, what she did and what she did not do. And mostly it is what she did. My mom loved people. She believed in people.
Mm.
If my mom believed in you, whether you are a gangster or a robber, you will turn around. Whether people try to take her or snatch her heart from you, she will not leave your side until you turn around. So, my mother's students can tell of testimonies of how she pulled them from being E students or fail F students to C, B, and A students. I have had so many testimonies, and I watched her love people who were difficult. So I really don't find it hard to love those who are difficult. And sometimes it raises eyebrows, because why are you sticking to such a person? So I my mom loved with a passion. I do also love with a passion. I learned that from her. So
Yeah.
when you talk about yourself, let me tell you, Goga, you made my life easy as a leader, because I have
Oh.
cross O. If I say O, it means O. So you really, really made my life easy as a leader. One, because you're so full of innovation and solutions, and you're a problem solver. That is what every leader needs. Eh. You don't just come with a problem, you come with a solution. And my days working with you was so fulfilling. Of course, and your love for good things. Who wouldn't? Yeah, Goga, you're the. Didn't we have a coffee maker in the office because of you? Who buys a coffee maker in a government office? Hi.
That was crazy. Oh my, yeah, we got a coffee maker and people just used to say,
Yeah.
but I remember when I asked you to approve it and you said, it was unprecedented. Nobody had ever asked for a coffee maker, and it wasn't
Yes.
exactly wrong to not have a coffee maker in the office.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
I mean, guys, they bought it because they could not
Mhm.
justify like refusing my coffee maker. I made a case for it, and so Flora had to sign for it, and she was like, she was shaking her head the entire time. Because,
I know. And when I went to my next office from the one we shared, I asked for something big and they said, no, this does not happen in government. And I said, no, it does. It can happen. It has never happened. It can happen. At the back of my mind, I was thinking, what would Goga do? Goga would push for it. And so I pushed for it, and that thing was bought. So Thank you for that. You also made me believe that things can be done in these public offices where bureaucracy takes precedence.
Exactly, and I think and thank you for creating that environment as well, because at least you gave us through your leadership. At least we knew that we could innovate. I could have just been go to work, do my part, go back home,
Yeah.
do what is in my job description, move on. But
Mhm.
you created at least an environment where we at least we had to think, we had to come up with all these amazing ideas to make sure that at least we are winning those awards and being the best performing unit. And it was because, of course, of the leadership there. And I just want to say thank you. Rosalind is saying that yes, it's good you guys are giving your flowers this while you're still alive. Kisha is saying that was a simple request. Coffee and tea is essential in my office. So Kisha, let me give you context. So in where Flora and I worked in government, they provide tea. They provide tea, but me, I'm not a tea person. I am not exactly a tea person. I'm a coffee person. So, and I don't take like the instant coffee. So it has to be brewed. So I kept on saying, if the office is providing tea for everybody else, and me, of course, I refuse to take instant coffee because I just don't take instant coffee. I need a coffee maker. And they could not understand where this was coming from. I think Flora had no problem. Flora travels. Flora has a very good worldview. So for Flora, she was not even seeing the problem with it. But it is now the people are supposed to buy the machine that were having a problem with it. But Flora said, but we also have it here, and it's not expensive. So, so we got a coffee maker. I got a coffee maker. Now the only problem, I had to get coffee. Now you have to get the coffee beans. You have to
Yeah.
get the coffee beans. But trust me, I was the only person who used to have that coffee before everybody else now started having coffee with me. So people used to say that is Goga's coffee maker. But yeah, eventually the coffee culture picked up before everybody else went different ways.
Yeah. And we could feel the aroma from so far down the hallway.
You
Is
could tell
that
Goga is in office.
I miss those days.
I miss those days.
Especially
The long
in
corridor. Oh my goodness. Guys, you have two. You can ask Flora three questions about me in case you want receipts. Take advantage before we move on from these questions. You have three questions to ask Flora in case you want any receipts about me and the office during the time we work together. You can ask her three questions, and then I'm going to close that chapter. Once you run out of your three questions, we have moved on. And you can only ask these questions on Flora's live stream. So if you ask them on my chat, I will not see them. You go and ask on Flora's live stream. You make sure you've given her a thumbs up and you've connected to her there. Then you can ask your question there on her chat. Don't ask on my chat. I will ignore it. Ask on her chat in case you want to ask any receipts. Going once.
Look at, do you
Going once.
remember your screen?
Yeah. Sorry,
Do you remember your screen? The one you
Flora,
used as a computer.
Flora, why are you telling these people these things?
Yeah. I'm
Why
going
you
to
ask
answer this one's question. This man
why
loves
you
good
telling me
things.
about my screen? Oh my goodness, no.
You love
Those are
good things.
receipts.
You love good things. Ah, that's a beautiful way to live.
Oh my goodness, that was a huge screen, man.
It was a huge screen. My children kept asking, telling me, say hi to your friend, the one that has a big computer.
Hey God, welcome from
You
God.
have a computer the size of a cinema screen. How now?
That was so funny. Ah, Good
Oh
things,
my
good things. But you could
goodness.
ask for it. And I mean,
Yes,
and I used to tell you what's the worst that you can do is you just tell me no, and that's it. And I will
that's
just,
it.
yeah, the
Yeah.
worst that you can do is be told no. So I think for me, that's the mindset I always adopt. That
It's,
always ask for things, like always ask for things that you want. The worst that somebody can tell you is no. And you
mm,
just move on. You don't stay there. So I got my big screen.
I love that. I love that.
I got my big
Wow.
screen. Guys, three questions in case you want to ask Flora anything about Goga, because when I used to work with her, when we were colleagues, You have the freedom to ask her. The beauty, she cannot discuss so much, but she cannot discuss so much because, again, we are bound. And even me, I have like, Flora, do you know I signed something when I left government? So I can sometimes I'm tempted to discuss some things here as content, and
Then
then
you
I remember
can't.
I
Mm,
can't discuss them. Yeah, because guys, government has those clearances and things like that. I cannot discuss those things. I don't have clearance for it.
yes, I know. I
So,
know.
so you can ask those light-hearted things, like, Flora is making fun. She talked about the coffee maker. I just remember that I'd even forgotten the drama about the coffee maker. She's talking about the kind of screen I used to use. Um, I used to have the biggest screen in the office. Like,
Ah,
yeah, the Flora and the
Goga.
rest were using everybody. I think Flora was the boss, so Flora had a computer and a laptop and a desktop on her in a small office.
Mm.
So for me, this is how I made a case, because anytime we go for meetings and we are the big boss now, the boss after Flora. So anytime I used to ask for things, I used to say the nature of my work. That is it. Anytime Flora had me say the nature of my work, you just start smiling.
I
The nature
passed
of
out.
It's like the nature of my work cannot allow me to use a small screen because I need to see everything that I'm doing. And guys, that is how I was able to convince Flora and the rest to give me, I think I had a 32-inch screen on my desk as a
No, you made us learn a lot about life, actually. Yeah. You made us learn a lot about life. That it can happen.
Flora. I wish I was a content creator those days, but I would have spent so much time like making YouTube videos on that screen. Yeah.
Ah, even God knew.
Even God knew I couldn't be a YouTuber in that season.
You would have gotten into trouble with some people.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Good times though. Good times though.
I loved that season. I loved that season. I couldn't exchange it for anything.
Yeah. Dr. Stella is asking you, you all still work together? You want to answer this?
No, we don't work together.
You don't work together.
Goga
No.
left for greener pastures.
I left and Flora motivated me, so I left. That's the kind
Yes.
of boss she was. She can motivate you like, okay, it's okay. I
Yeah,
love you,
go,
but
go for it.
I'm releasing you. I'm releasing you. Go and do those things. When Flora was telling me that she was on a plane she was on her way to the airport, she was going to Dubai. So I don't even think whether
Imagine.
now looking at it, I don't know that her advice was like reasonable or it's because she was just going to Dubai and she wasn't even picking the conversation, what I was telling her. But she was on her way to Dubai. It's like, Goga, I wish you well, but do it. You take that plunge. She's on a flight to Dubai shortly.
Look at there's so much greatness in you. I don't know if you realize it, but there's so much greatness in you, and then you have a different mindset that that typical government service, you are not meant to last in a typical government service. You're meant to soar, spread your wings. So when I see you going for something, I'm like, yes, go for it. Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone who wants to ask for last chance to ask for receipts? Tandeka, nice to see you. I thought I saw Novelty Queens in there. Welcome, Novelty Queens. How you doing? How is Canada? Welcome, Novelty. Okay, David has asked a question on the chat. David has asked a question on the chat. Yes, guys, you ask the question. If you want receipts from Flora, you go and ask on her chat. I'm not going to answer them if it's on my live stream. You ask on her chat. And now a number of you have run there and you're not asking questions. David has done the first question. Uh, Flora, would you have eaten the okra if it was served at the office?
I don't like okra. I don't like okra at all.
Flora will kick you out of this live stream. What do you mean you don't? What do you mean you don't like okra?
Do you know, Goga, my mom used to cook okra.
Flora,
My
hey, forget about this question. Guys, can you ask other relevant questions? This is not the kind of questions I want to be asked. Can you ask other questions that are related? Ask other questions that are related to the live stream.
how do we do that in the office? How do we do that?
David, this question, forget about no, we not okra questions. Ask office questions, David. I did not expect that answer from Flora. I thought I knew her very well, but I did not know this side of her and okra. What do you say about okra again? Your mother okra? Say something.
Leave alone my mom. My dad lived in India for a long while, and it was a favorite of his. Ah, I,
Uh
let's
huh.
just leave it at that place. Okra with beef, okra with fish, okra. Hey, mm-mm.
So, but so your dad likes okra.
Well, he liked everything. We were raised around Indians, so they did a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of.
but I remember actually you used to tell me that, by the way.
Yes. And then my dad even did, because now he lived with them in India and Pakistan, and so he just loved, woo, okra, pickles, masala, chapati.
Okay. There's a way Flora's face changed when she was talking about okra. This is part of the trauma that you were discussing earlier. So you can see generational trauma is real, even in things like. So I'm not going to pursue the okra question further. David Hunt, just take your win and leave me alone. Take your win and leave me alone. Leave me alone. Uh, God will never fail us. Welcome, welcome. God will never fail us. Yeah, she has answered the okra question. Roslyn is asking, Goga, what do you miss most from this side? Huh, interesting. What do I miss most from this that side? I miss the power. I miss the silent power I used to have. Like I used to be so powerful, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, I used to be very powerful in government. Like I miss the power. And Flora, one of the things I learned very fast was
Uh-huh.
that one of the things I learned very fast. You remember what my former boss told my former big boss told me when before she retired?
Yes.
I finally proved that theory.
Mm-hmm.
When you're working in a public office and you're in government and you think you think you have the power just because of the proximity to the people who make the decisions, the day you leave that post, it goes.
Yes.
It goes. It was not about me. It wasn't Goga. It was the office.
Office.
It was the
Exactly.
office. I missed the powers of the office. I'm like,
Yes.
the moment I stepped out, I lost the powers and the privileges of the office. So, Flora, my phone stopped ringing.
Yes.
My phone stopped ringing. I kept on wondering, why is my phone not ringing? People have no use for you. You are no longer relevant to them. You've left. That was
Mm-hmm.
so painful. It got me depressed for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For three
Yeah.
months, I was like, I did not know what to do. And because you're used to get your phone is always ringing, you are giving advice here. People are calling to consult you on things. It's nice. It's nice. But
Yes.
the day I left, oh my goodness, my phone stopped ringing. And I kept on thinking, is anything wrong with my phone? So, Roslyn, what I miss in public service is the powers of the office. Because but the lesson that I learned shortly after that was that it was the office, it wasn't me. People are not like making calls because Goga is special or anything. It was
Mm.
because of the office, my office. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's all I miss. That's all I miss about the place. But everything else is fine. I'm fine now. I'm fine
Uh,
now. Yeah. Any other question? And guys, Flora has one more question to ask. To answer. Flora has one more question to answer. In case you want any receipts about me, you can ask Flora on her chat before we move on to the other part of the topic. Um, if you're saying, is anyone noticing the Belinda Melvin resemblance on the screen? Oh, I don't notice it. Yeah. And then Cindy C says, Goga, it sounds like you are a workaholic. No. Was I? No.
Not a workaholic, but you excel at your work. So whatever you do, it's excellent. But I,
Yeah.
I wouldn't call you a workaholic. I saw you as balanced. You traveled, you did your yoga, you loved your coffee. So it's not workaholism, but you excelled at what you did.
All right.
Yes.
Uh, Dr. Stella is asking, what was Goga's posts at the office? Don't tell them. That one is highly classified. I'm not this.
He was a public administrator, guys. Public administrator. I gave it away.
She gave it away. It was good. It's
Gave
on my
it away.
LinkedIn. It's on my
Yeah.
LinkedIn. You can Google it. You'll find it. It's on my LinkedIn. Dr. Stella. Just Google. You'll find it. And you'll even find the office and everything. It's very public information. Like it's very public information. Even Flora, you'll find her when you Google her online. You'll find her. We are Google. We are Googleable. What
Google.
we are we are Googleable. Like if you Google, you'll find us.
Oh, I miss those days.
I miss those days, man. Like, but let's also reflect also on that difficult period. Do you remember
Mm,
that time? I think tested all of us, and I think for me that's when I knew. And I remember the first time I told you, I told you this is probably my last. This is my last rodeo in this place. Like, you do, you give your all, and then you know people don't see maybe some people don't see it that way, and then we got into that drama with the politicians and stuff, and that is how I took the yoga route. That's why I decided
yes.
to take yoga as a way of coping at work. Why did you support me as a boss? Because anyway, but I think you are used to me getting and bringing you very weird requests,
Mm.
coffee makers, big screens. When I had to ask you, like, I need to go for yoga every day at lunchtime. Like, I need to go to the yoga studio every day at lunchtime. Why did you just like say, okay, you do whatever you need to do? Like, you could have said, it's lunchtime, there's no much time, da 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 da. Like, you just agreed.
I love anyone who is real. I love anyone who is authentic, anyone who is bold enough to put forward their requests, and for as long as it gives you um, a holistic kind of life, as long as it gives you a proper work-life integration or balance,
Yeah,
I am good to go. Because for you to achieve, or even for me as a leader to achieve through you, then I need you to be at your best. And if whatever you're doing will bring out your best, why not? So be it. And I realized that whatever you chose to do at that moment, anything, be it taking your coffee or doing the yoga or just taking time off, you came back like a lot more resourceful. Yes, you were resourceful, but the burst of energy was always a lot more when you did,
yeah. Thank
yeah, what
you.
you did. Mm. So I
Last
keep
question.
telling others, even in my current office, I keep
Yeah,
telling people, please find something that excites you or that brings you fulfillment and pursue it. So some people have taken up Zumba, some people have taken up sports.
yeah.
Yes, just find
Nice.
something. I when I started traveling, there's a group that began traveling as well. So yes, I like that about you.
Thank you.
You also
And
taught me a lot about leadership, actually. Yeah.
wow. Wow.
I kept referring to there's a young man in my office who, there's a young man in my office who, and so everyone in my household knows you.
Flora, when you left the unit, so Flora left the unit because in government, one of the things, and Flora will tell you this maybe when she's speaking, one of the things you sign in government is that you can work anywhere in the republic. That's like that is what is in your contract. Like when we signed that dotted line in 2008,
Mm.
we agreed that you are going to work you can be posted anywhere in the Republic of Kenya.
Yes.
So when Flora got her letter, she was leaving. She was leaving the unit to go to a different station. I was a bit devastated because I'm like, oh my god, now who is going to like approve my weird requests and stuff like that? And it was a bit selfish of me because I was looking at like my interests. But when she left, I think there was a huge gap. There was a huge gap. It was very clear. Flora, are you there? You're frozen. Oh
I
yeah.
I am
Okay.
I'm
No,
here.
no, you're now okay. You froze there for a bit, but it's okay.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, so you left a very huge gap, and I remember, but something happened as soon as you left. You know
Uh-huh.
your, your position was not filled for like a while because
Mm-hmm.
your replacement declined.
Uh-huh.
Your replacement declined, but guess what happened? I was appointed to act in your role.
Wow.
Yeah, I was appointed to act in your role. I think I held the job for like 3 weeks. I was the boss for like
Oh.
3 weeks. It was so fun. I was like making all the. Of course, I didn't do anything crazy, but of course, and then I think yeah. Then of course the new person came, and I think life continued, and I also moved on shortly from the unit. But yes,
Uh-huh.
it shows at least there was no gap. At least even it was there was a very smooth like a smooth flow of a smooth workflow even after you left. And
Uh-huh.
I was just honored that they entrusted me to like even make it very formal that I'm the acting administrator in during your transition and your leaving.
Wow. Mm.
But yeah, so thank you so much for your leadership. Your leadership speaks for itself, and I think it was a great time when we worked in government. And I know you're still there, and yeah, it's interesting outside there, as you said, because the beauty. So, guys, the difference between Flora and I is this: Flora came from the public sector, joining the public service. I came fresh from high school. I got a job even before I started university. So
Mm-hmm.
I joined government, and then for me, I did not have the outside experience. Flora had the outside experience looking in, coming in. I
Mm-hmm.
needed the outside experience because the entire reality I knew was just public service. So she always used to give me those stories about what happens out there, the realities of out there, targets, goals, and things like that. I love how she like gave me that bit of worldview. And so even when I was making the transition outside to leave, I think it helped just getting her opinion and just listening to what she had to say. So, yeah, great conversations. I think. Thank you, thank you. We are done with the questions. You had a chance to ask Flora receipts about me. You did not take advantage of it, so we are moving on. Uh, Rosalind says, Flo, I think I'll also host you soon so that I get authentic reviews of those days when we worked together.
Ah, exactly. Why not?
Why not? Why not?
Ooh, I have so many stories. Ay, ay, ay. Do that. So that
Even
you laugh.
Rosalind wants reviews about her channel. Oh my goodness. About herself. About herself. Okay. We got a blessing here from Cindy Siwe Kunene. Thanks so much, Cindy Siwe Kunene, for the blessing.
Thank you.
Uh, thank you so much for that blessing. And she was saying, hello, beautiful Flora. Thank you so much for that blessing,
Thank
Cindy.
you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I think the questions have been answered. We move on because it's almost 3 hours. Can you imagine? Time flies like
What?
crazy. Can you
And I
imagine?
was
You're
thinking
wondering
of
what
what
you're going
to
to be
say.
discussing. You were wondering what you're going to be discussing the other day when you
Yeah.
were for the call.
Hmm.
But don't worry, I'm almost done. I'm getting to us just the tail end. Let's talk about you fostered also creativity, and so creativity is a very central, and you were talking about this when you were talking about your photos. Let me go back there because your Instagram is giving.
Oh, today you have made me look at my Instagram with a different eye.
Yeah, your Instagram is giving. Like, guys, this is you can go check out Flora's Instagram so that you can. I know you guys love receipts too much. You can go so that you can click on them individually. Um, this is artistry, and this reveals a lot of work you do as an artist.
Hmm.
Um, how do you, in your personal opinion, especially even from your latest trip when you were in Dubai doing this photo shoot with the nice red flowy gown and whatnot, travel and art are very crucial for your way as a way of you expressing yourself. How do they expand your understanding of humanity? Who are the people you deal with when it comes to empowering generations? And even just how do they like improve your interactions with the people that you're trying to empower through your work?
I'm not sure I got the question right.
Yeah. No,
My
I'm
son
saying,
to me.
oh, sorry, I can repeat.
Yes.
Yeah, travel and travel and art is a way you like really express yourself, and we can see it through even just your Instagram and whatnot. And I was just looking at the Dubai photo shoot that you did, and
Uh-huh.
now for me, when I look at that Dubai photo shoot, I just see freedom, expression, and stuff.
Yes.
How does this help you understand humanity better, especially the people that you are trying to empower through your
Mm.
work as a coach? How does art how does art open how does art unlock that lens of you helping humanity through your amazing work?
Well, art is a freeing space. It is a freeing space. It brings out the authentic me. For example, I looked for my photographer online. I think I got her from Instagram as well. And when we connected and we were doing the photo shoot, um, I can say I'm not so sure how people see it, but I have a free spirit, welcoming as well. And so this little girl from Turkey drives me to the photo shoot, and she helps dress me up, and we do the photo shoot. And as we go back to my hotel, she tells me, "Ma'am, please give me permission to cry." And I'm like,
What?
yes. She says, "Please give me permission to cry." And I said, "Why not? You cry it out." So why are we crying again?
Exactly.
Yes, and she says, "I want to see you again. And because I come from this place and I have come to make a living and it's hard, I want to cry." And I said, "Cry." And then she tells me about how she's left home and now she has to do this work, and I encourage her because her work is absolutely beautiful. And I realize from then this empowering thing comes really, really naturally to me. I if you don't point it out, I wouldn't know that I'm doing it. Like I really had to think about it because you pointed it out. I thought it was a way of life or a way of living. But art and travel, it just exposes me to people. I have gone to, I have traveled to rural areas in Kenya, very rural areas. Um, I just went for a drive in a place beyond my home, and this place had I met a young boy. I met a young boy who was almost hitting his exams, and all he wanted to do when he grew up was to be a driver. Well, I traveled. I found him. He said he wanted to be a driver when he grew up. I asked him, "Why do you want to drive?" And he said his uncle is a bus driver. You know, bus matatus, the commercial modes of transport, and he sees that that is the only person who has money in the village. And so I tell him, uh, "Do you know you can be a teacher, a doctor, a farmer, anything you want to be in life and still own a car?" And that boy was in shock, like, "Huh? So you mean anyone can own a car?" Yes, if you go to school, pursue your dreams, your dream career, you can actually be anything you want to be and drive your car. You don't have to be employed by someone. And then I took him up as my mentee, and I am paying his school fees so that he is able to to get a career of his dreams and own that car, and believe that yes, you don't have to be a matatu driver to be a driver. So that is my first male mentee. I've always brought up girls, but this is my first boy child. So that is
Wow.
what travel does. I'm not so sure about art, but travel makes me get people like that.
I love that. That's
Yes.
powerful.
And it is a village that they don't see cars quite often, yet we are in the same country. And when they see cars, it is a male driver, maybe a head teacher,
Oh,
maybe
wow.
yes. So and this time I have a small car. So in Nairobi, that car is so small. Like when I'm in traffic, it's negligible. But now when I went to the village and everyone was standing still and saying, "A woman is driving," in Swahili, of
Wow.
course.
Can you
Yes,
imagine?
yes, and I said, I need to come back here. I need to find a way to find a group of people that I can mentor and tell them that yes, women can drive. You see, yeah. So that is what how travel draws me closer to my destiny, my purpose. Every single time I do it.
Nice. Um, Faith lessons. Let's talk about faith lessons because faith lessons are very important for you. We are living in a very change. We are living in a season where a lot is happening. A lot of things are changing. A lot is going on. Families are no longer very close. Families are, there are people just choosing not to like also interact with their families much. There are people keep to themselves a lot, but for you, you found your confidence, you found your voice despite the odds of your experiences growing up.
Hmm.
What are some of the faith lessons that anchor you through these changing seasons? I like how you gave the example of Daniel as a leader, and you also like cited the book of Esther, which is one of my favorites, for such a time as this.
Mm-hmm.
And I always like that has actually been my mantra this year. Like, do whatever you need to do for such a time as this. And I remember when I used to quote that verse, and you always used to say, "And do unto you if you don't do it, because help is going to arise from somewhere else." So, Gogo,
Yes.
if you don't
Mm-hmm.
do it, somebody else is going to take it up and run with it.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that was a very guiding like scripture. But are there any spiritual or faith lessons that you've learned to
Mm-hmm.
navigate the changing seasons, especially when you are speaking about empowering generations?
Yes, that particular portion of scripture in Esther has also made me realize that the purposes of God for humanity have
Mm,
to have to take place, so that if you are chosen and you refuse or you delay, he might as well just set you aside and choose another person, because it has to happen. Someone else's destiny will not be put on hold just because you have refused to obey the voice of God. And he speaks to you through other people, through nudgings, in
mm.
so many ways. You just feel like, I need to do this, you refuse to do it, he gives you the grace, but when you delay or refuse, he chooses someone. I keep saying, God, do not choose someone over me when it comes to the assignment that you have given me. I want to be the one to do it. I don't want to come to heaven and you tell me this was your assignment, but look at who did it. You see. So yeah, that portion of scripture is my all-time favorite. There's one. Let me look for it. There's a where God gave humanity charge, and He told us to go and prosper. Is it in Genesis 1:28? Uh, that's always part of the scriptures I love quoting.
Mm.
Genesis 1:28. Basically, God creating humans and telling them, right, I found it. God
Yeah.
blessed them and said to them, He blessed man and woman and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number. So we are meant to be fruitful in all seasons. Every time we are meant to be fruitful, increase in number, not just by giving birth, but by multiplying yourself in everyone. Yes.
Everywhere.
So the excellent nature of Goga should be seen in your team, in your children, in everyone you come across. So people will say, this must have been Goga's mentee, this must have been his influence. So increase, be fruitful, fill the earth, and subdue it. That means just have authority over what God has created. Rule over the fish and the sea and the birds in the sky. Rule, just take authority, because God, don't rule over people. That is not a mandate that God has given unto us, but rule over what He has created. So we need to increase, be fruitful, subdue, rule, just be the great person that God has created us to be. So that is basically my foremost scripture, knowing that God had given me this mandate from creation. Everyone should follow that. And then there's this one of do not conform to the patterns of this world, because the systems of the world are here to stay. We have a lot of information. It's for us to choose what to take and what not to take. Negative and bad information, we are meant to starve it, because when you give them life, that is when they affect you. So I love the scripture in Romans 12 2, that says, do not conform to the patterns of this world. Whatever the world may put forth as the way to go, or the best way to go, may not be what God wants us to do. So do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So I keep trusting God to have my mind renewed every time. And then how do I renew my mind? It is by learning new things, by letting myself be guided by the Spirit of God, by aligning myself to the right people. Because I'm aligned to you, Goga, I am on your life and I am meeting so many other people that I wouldn't have met. Or because I was aligned to you at some point, I learned how to travel. I told you that I would not have known that I can travel outside of the country if I did not talk to you during one of your travels outside. So then I realized, wait a minute. I don't just need to go to Kisumu, Nyeri, Mombasa. I can actually save my money. You introduced me to the money market funds, even though you were way younger than me. You know, that those are great lessons that I learned. And now I'm able to save up money, not only to invest, but to travel the world. Like I have a whole bucket list. So renewing your mind, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind, then you will be able to test and approve God's will. His good, pleasing, and perfect will. There is God's permissive will, where we just decide that we are going this way. God will permit it because He has given us the power to have a willpower. You know, He will not impose Himself on us, but then that He will permit. But there is the good, pleasing, and perfect will that when you seek Him, you will realize that this is really the way to go. Most of us see that God's good and perfect gift, will, is so difficult to attain. So we go our own ways. But trust me, the school of the Holy Spirit has to be passed. That exam, you will go round and round that mountain until the day you will say, God, I surrender. I'm now going to do what you want me to do. Woe unto you that you surrender when you're too old. So I love encouraging us to surrender to God's will when we are young enough to enjoy the seasons that come with pursuing our purpose and destiny. So those are a bit of the anchoring spirit. Scriptures that help me navigate through life. There is a verse in Proverbs as well that says there are ways that are pleasing to man. I'm paraphrasing. There's a way that is pleasing to man, but in the end it leads to death. So we may look at something as quite pleasing, but it is not God's way, and it will lead us to destruction. Death does not necessarily mean physical death. It can mean spiritual, where you are separated from the Father because of disobedience or because of walking away from His path. So yes, Scripture guides me a lot in this journey. I hope I
Thank,
made sense.
thank you. And I think I love the reactions on the chat. Cindy Siwe Kunene is just like saying, yes, Flora, yes, Cindy, all this excitement. I want to see it on Flora's chat. Yeah, I want to see that excitement on Flora's chat. Go and type it on Flora's chat, Cindy. But thank you so much for that.
Thank
Thanks so much for
you.
that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Um, I like also what you said about. I like that verse you quoted about the Genesis. It does not just apply to multiplying in the real sense of it. I like how you used it in terms of numbers, whatever it is that you are doing. Go,
Mm,
yeah, go and prosper. I like how you actually say go and prosper. The idea was you're supposed to prosper, you're supposed to increase.
yes.
Be it if it's a channel, be it if it's like a community, growth
Mm,
is supposed to look like that. Like you're supposed to prosper, you're supposed to thrive. Uh,
yes.
I, I think I did not look at it from that lens, and I think I just got an inspiration right there.
Mm.
Second, yeah, so I have two more questions, and then I see that there's anything on the chat, and then then we can release because I know it's almost 3 hours, and I know tomorrow is a Monday. Um, Storytelling is also like something that you really love, and you've talked about it, and it's also part of just these conversations around empowering empowering generations. Um, as a creator, I know you're also still growing, and you're still trying to find that footing and what works for you. What are the stories that you're still learning to tell? Because I know being a creative and a coach, sometimes there's some stories you want to learn how to tell them. um what are bless you what are those stories you are still learning to tell as Flora?
Um, what I am really learning to tell is my story meant to encourage another person without necessarily trauma dumping
Mm. Oh,
or without oversharing. Because sometimes I tell a lot of stories, but there are times when I kind of want to step back because I realize that either I have just dumped my trauma onto someone. It may create a negative effect, not what I expected it to create. So yes, that is what I'm trying to navigate. And I have actually enrolled in a public speaking class just to understand how to go about my storytelling, because then I talk for a living, as I said.
it's important.
Very important,
Yeah.
yes. So that is how I would answer that.
Oof, that's really powerful. And I like how you are looking at it from the lens of how your message is going to be received by the other person, not just you as Flora, but I am
Mm,
learning that my story is not supposed to be that is so powerful. Like, I think if guys, you
thank you.
forget what yes Flora has said, I think that is one thing that you need to like go home with. It's very profound, it's very deep, it's very most people don't think like that. Most people think of it from the other angle of me, 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 me. But for you now, you're looking at it in terms of if I'm in this space of empowering generations, I have to make sure that I'm not. I like that. The story is
Mm,
not. The person who is receiving this story is not like impacting on them negatively. I love
yes,
that. Yeah.
yes.
Um. All right. And then the final bit is really on. Let me see. I took some notes here. These are just now reflections generally, and I think I'm going to give you a bit of leeway here. Now you can wing it as much as you can. Um, the final message in case there are some children, teenagers particularly, because I know kids are not supposed to be here anyway. Let's talk about teenagers because we do have teenagers who are watching the Sunday service, and we have adults who are their parents or relatives or even just adults, young adults who are watching us right now. What is that one message in terms of just closing reflections, and especially around this conversation around empowering generations, you would actually want to share with them as they navigate their journeys, whatever it is, be it their growth, be it their artistry, be it their travel or exploration? What is that general thing that you want to tell these groups of people?
The teenager and their parents, or the teenagers as only?
Teenagers, it can be teenagers and the adults. I don't know how you structure it, but you.
Adults.
Yeah.
Um, I love to what is it called? We are healing adults. We want to heal adults, and when it comes to children and teenagers, then groom them into healed adults, men and women. So let us not live our lives through our children. If I wanted to be a doctor, for example, and my child just wants to be a dancer or a thespian, I need to allow my child to explore
Mm,
dance. What I would do, because I believe in education, is I would find the best dancing school and take them there and just nurture their skill. So we need to allow the young ones to discover their path, because honestly, God placed each and every one of us here with a distinct destiny and life journey. So that is number one. Let us, as adults, let us not live our lives or our broken dreams through our children. The teenagers' life ahead is good, but open up to a trusted adult so that you do not do life alone.
mm,
No one was meant to do life alone. When God created Adam and he did not find a someone suitable after naming all the animals, he did not find someone like him. God said in his own wisdom that it is not good for man to be alone, and therefore he created a helper suitable for him. Now, he created a woman for Adam. That is fine. But again, that scripture also insinuates that it is not good for a man to do life alone. So we have to have a community. Now, we cannot, I encourage teenagers to look for reliable and responsible adults who can help forge their futures. Open up to your parents, but in case your parents are not the ones that you can trust, and I really plead with parents to be open enough for their children to trust in them and to be able to share any of their life's journeys with them. But if it's not so, teenagers, children do not do life alone. Find this reliable adult friends who are of positive influence, even as you also become a positive influence, because we cannot expect others to influence us positively. We cannot expect to receive without giving. See, the Bible says, give and it will come back to you in full measure. So give and receive. Our teenagers sometimes, because I am a mother of a young adults, teenagers, and a pre-teenager, sometimes they just want to be alone in their spaces. Most of the time, they are doing nothing wrong. It is that season when they just want to be alone, to think, to just navigate through life. So we can, in a constructive way, allow them to develop themselves and just to be alone at times. It's good for someone to learn to be alone in life at some point. Yeah, so teenagers are not always bad. They are not always doing something bad behind the closed doors of their rooms, but if we keep suspecting them, then we might plant a wrong seed. So for parents, don't live your life through your teenagers. Allow them to become, allow them to bloom, to blossom, and to grow. Allow them to develop their career path, their interests. I just allow them to, and then guide them accordingly. Be present to guide them. And for the children, just ask questions. Don't do life alone. Trust in your parents. And I hope and I pray that the parents are trustworthy as well. Because someone said parents are iPads. We be intentional about parenting, because the world out here is mean, actually. Is mean. We have people preying on our children to teach them things that they are not supposed to know. But because we are out there working and looking for greener pastures, we leave our children to the mercies of these gadgets and to other people. Yes, so parents, be intentional about parenting, be present, be ready for questions. And if you do not know how to answer the question, just be honest and say, I don't know the answer right now, but let me look into it and let's come back and discuss it again. And please come back and discuss it again. Do not avoid questions because they will learn it anyway from other people and they may learn the wrong thing.
Right.
I hope it
I
makes
like.
sense.
I think well stated. Well stated. Flora, this has been an amazing conversation. I know. I know. I wish I could have you longer, but I'm also mindful of the time because it's almost 3 hours, and that's like a long time to just be having a conversation. Time flies. Have you noticed?
I don't believe I have spoken for over 2 hours in almost 3 hours.
Yeah,
Oh my
6 minutes.
goodness.
6 minutes to 3 hours. That's how time.
Imagine.
But that also shows how interesting and how flowy the conversation was. And thank you so much for really creating the time and just coming to give us at least insights about the amazing work and what is pushing you towards empowerment. I want to agree with somebody on the chat who actually said something very profound, that I cannot stop expressing how much of a natural humanitarian Flora is. That's what I can confirm for you for free.
Wow.
I can confirm for you for free. She's definitely very, it's so nice. She doesn't even think about it, by the way. She doesn't even think about it. And then David Ant has been begging like for you to give one at what was that one thing that Goga had to be reprimanded for?
Ah, no.
Did I
I
have any
can't.
did I have any I did not have any disciplinary thing that
I,
you
I,
repeat.
I believe you've been a good boy since childhood because no, I can't. I can't
Mat-
remember.
I did not have a matrix.
No. I
we did not
really enjoyed working with you and learned a lot more than even I think what I gave.
we did not have any matrix.
No.
I did not have to write you any matrix.
No. But you helped me do a matrix.
Oh, yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
David, you had it from the coach herself. I have an impeccable record. I like avoiding trouble as much as possible in what, especially in professional settings. I don't
That's true.
like trouble. Yeah.
And you mind your business. You really, really do mind your business.
Thank you. I'm learning. Oh, that's one of the lessons I can add for somebody who was asking.
Mm,
Out out here you really have to mind your business. And it annoys people in a way.
yeah.
It annoys people when you are minding your business, and it's but it's nice. It's a superpower actually when you just mind your business, and I think it's helping me a lot. um so yeah, lessons learned, but that's a conversation for another day. Cindy, Cindy, stop. Flora has already answered. Stop. Flora has already. You cannot be looking for receipts by post. She has already answered, and she said I was a good boy. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Sandy, welcome, Sandy Shimas. Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome, Sandy. Blessings, 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 blessings. And then Dr. Stella was saying, hapo kwa opening up to your parents, wewe kuna changamoto kidogo. I think she's reflecting on something there. She's reflecting on something there, like we.
But the current parents are easier. The
Yeah,
current parents are easier. Our parent, at least my parents, those days were very militant.
yeah.
I learned from them, and so I'm easier to deal with when it comes to parenting. And I believe that the parents my age and below
Mm.
should be easy with their children because we have learned from the best and the worst.
Right.
Mm.
Let me see if I missed anything on the chat. Oh yeah, these questions that before I forget it. Yeah. So the types of art you enjoy interacting with. Um, I like the art. I like the artwork on your wall. I think when you are coming into the Sunday service, and I think we could see your wall earlier, and you were like, "Oh, those look nice." So she was asking, are there any specific countries or any artists that you normally focus on when you are doing your collections?
I love culture. I love
Ah,
culture. So whenever I go somewhere, anything that represents the culture of that place, I pick it. I love culture, be it vases or pots or jewelry. Culture
Mm.
is the base. The kind of art that I do quite easily, and it is very hard, is mosaic.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's
Mm.
mosaic. It takes a lot of patience to develop a piece of mosaic art. So that
How
is
do
the kind of,
how do
yes.
you how do you even get time to do all those things, and you still have to deal with office things? You have to like be a leader. Like, how do you find the time to actually do all these things?
Well, the beauty about working in government is we have weekends and holidays,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and working hours, 8 to 5. So the rest of the days you can pitch.
You have an extra 16 hours which
Yes.
you can use for your own purposes. Okay.
And because art comes so easy and naturally, it's not a big deal for me. I can do 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and just keep it.
Mm.
So, yeah. And I love taking photos. I love photography. Yes. And books as well. Like books that explain. I love culture
Mm.
and cultural artifacts. And that is why in my bucket list is the Nigeria and Ghana.
Ghana.
Because
Oh, speaking
yes.
of Ghana, we have in actually a Ghanaian. There's a Ghanaian channel that is coming here next week, and
Aha.
yeah, and they are going to discuss with us. It's our mentorship series for the. You see, I'm also empowering generations, Flora. It's
You
a
are.
yeah, it's a mentorship series for content creators. And they're going to give us secrets on how they got their silver button. So a silver button is when you get 100,000 subscribers. YouTube normally sends you a silver plaque to
Mm-hmm.
acknowledge that. So this Ghanaian channel, they just received their silver plaque last year.
Mm-hmm.
Was it last year or early this year? I think it was early this year. So they got their silver button early this year. So they're coming to give us some tips next Sunday,
Aha.
for us to be able to appreciate the journey. So yeah. So Ghana is going to be here next Sunday.
I'll be in. I'll be in. God willing, I'll be
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
So Stella agrees with you that mosaic is amazing. It teaches you, she says, it teaches you a different level of patience. The different level
Exactly.
of patience. Okay,
Exactly. Yes.
okay, okay. Guys, any question for Flora? I think
Oh,
I've answered.
she asked about the artists.
Yes,
Uh,
yes,
my my
artists.
my all-time favorite is Rosemary Karuga.
Mm.
Rosemary Karuga is a mosaic artist.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. What will you tell, like, so Dr. Stella, she was asking this question earlier. You know, she's currently on the healing journey, and she admits that it's messy. And I think she's just thinking of the analogy of how you ladies, the flip chart was wet because of
Mhm.
tears.
Yes.
Um, and so she says, just when you think you've made a step, something triggers you
Mm,
back
mm.
up to factory settings. What would you say to, let's say, somebody who is going through this same kind of scenario, like you are trying to push your healing journey, but you are taking a step back? Yeah.
Embrace the mess.
Ooh.
Embrace the mess. I always say that my scars are my stars.
Mm.
Just simply because you have a scar because the wound healed. So it is the scars that sometimes remind you of the mess of the journey. But embrace the tears, embrace the. I always say, if I have to, I will take a bottle and go far and just break it on a wall and scream loudest if that will let it out. So it is messy, yes, I agree 100%. Embrace the mess, one mess at a time. The healing will come.
One mess at a time, embrace the mess. And I also liked what you said earlier about this journey of empowering generations, one adult at a time.
Mm.
I loved how you captured that. Guys, it's been 3 hours. We can speak to Flora here the whole day, but I know tomorrow is a Monday. I think she just gave a punchline. Embrace the mess. Your scars are your stars. Yeah. Put that somewhere on a t-shirt. Put that on a t-shirt somewhere, guys. That is like
Would
profound.
I?
Put that on a t-shirt. Someone put that on a t-shirt. I'm embracing my mess. Yeah. And growth is always messy, by the way. It's always
Yes.
messy. It cannot be, it doesn't look nice. It
I,
doesn't look nice.
it's not comfortable at all.
It doesn't look nice. It's
Yes.
always messy. A lot of I'm sure if Flora I'm sure if Flora had her way that she would have told you other things that of course we are not at liberty to discuss about
Yes.
growth generally.
Mm.
Uh but yeah, it's a very messy affair. But people always see the final product and they think it was easy. I always say ask the what happened during the journey. Don't ask for
Yes.
the destination. Just ask for the marking scheme is the journey itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That process.
the process
Ooh.
itself. That right
Mm.
there is the marking scheme. Because people see the final product and they're like, hey, this person look like they've got their life put together. Some of you, I'm sure you can bet. How many of you before Flora came here, you're just like, oh, life coach, she's going to teach us about empowering generation, but you see, she had to give a story. Then you're like, yikes. So yeah, it
Mhm.
wasn't clear, it wasn't clean. It was it was a lot of like it was a process. It wasn't like a straight line. It was a
Yes.
process.
Yes.
Right. So Flora, the last part we are going to do is I don't know what is the plan for your channel. I know this channel. I know you're a very casual YouTuber, very extremely casual. Like I think you post when you want, when you feel like it. Um, what is the plan? But I think I see you more busy on Instagram. I think Instagram is where you are pushing the product more. Um, is any plan to make YouTube more permanent or it's just exploratory?
I want to explore it. I
Mm,
think for a long time I've never known how to go about it, or what content to post.
mm.
People don't tend to listen so much to gospel.
Yes.
Yes, and also I'm really. I talked to my studio and I told them, please, I really need you to help me do the first YouTube video, so that I
Ah,
can help me going. So yeah, my friend V is somewhere helping me restart it, because it's been on for so many years. And the reason why I opened this channel was because I needed to heal from my mother's passing on.
oh wow.
Yes. But when I started posting, I realized that it brought out a lot more pain than joy. So I
Oh,
drew back. Yes.
oh, makes
Yes.
sense.
I really, really, I am intending to pursue this.
Are there any other platforms that are more comfortable for you, like when it comes to pushing out what you're doing? Where do people find you more? Because I see in a lot of interviews. I see in a lot of interviews because meaning you have a message and people enjoy listening to that message. But is there a way we can put this message somewhere where you become the custodian of this message?
Of the message. That is something I need to work on, and I really need help. It's good to say that, to say it when we need help.
Yeah.
I am so much on TikTok, but it's not passing the message across at as I would want it to.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So my hope and belief is that by January 1st, I would
Hmm.
have this, my YouTube account really up and running with the kind of empowering content
Okay.
that should be here. I just don't want it to be
Yeah.
a place just for anything. It has to be something that shows growth and empowerment, something positive that builds.
Ah,
Mm,
being intentional, living with intentionality, even in terms of the empowering of the generations. I like
yes.
that. I like.
And
I mean, and take your time. I never knew that for you, your channel was a space of dealing with grief. And I know sometimes when that object that becomes the source of grief, when as you continue healing, of course, now there's a different way you look at it, probably. So I think, take your time, take your time, take your time, and I think it can be, it's going to, you'll figure out your rhythm, you'll figure out your rhythm.
Thank
Right.
you. Thank
Yes.
you. Yes. Mm,
David and say their scars are a testimony of the healing. Scars are a testimony of the healing. Right.
exactly.
So the last thing and the last assignment you have here before we release you. So I'm going to put you on a solo layout so that you can sign off. Signing off means you can, in case there is something you wanted to say, maybe you took notes somewhere and I forgot to ask anything related to that. This is usually the chance where you wrap the entire conversation up, and then you tell people bye, and just make sure that your message is not lost, and then we'll be able to like release you. I'll end your live stream, and then we'll be able to like let people go.
All right.
Oh,
So
and guys, before Flora goes for that, so Flora is going to do that, and then I'll end her live stream, and then you guys will, so that you guys can jump over back here. We discussed Vlogmas because Vlogmas is starting in the next like 2 hours. So you guys need to jump on my panel so that we can have some receipts about Vlogmas, so that we make sure everybody is ready for tomorrow. Those of you who are participating in Vlogmas, those of you who are not participating, I have an announcement to make. So you need to jump back here so that I can make the announcement. And then we are going to raid you somewhere. I'm going to look for whoever is live when Flora is speaking, and then I will raid you somewhere. All right. So Flora, over to you.
thank you so much, Goga. I really appreciate. I was so skeptical about this moment. I didn't know what to talk about, but you have made it so easy that wow, I'm amazed. So in my love for empowering generations, and generations means a family, a child, an adult, like giving a job to one person, and the work will pay their school fees, the children's school fees, who in turn will become people who are valuable in the society. So that is the cycle of empowering generations. I am an educationist as well, so I educate quite a number of students, and I am only now looking to extending the aspect of education now to college, because we have gone through high school and I have a few high school leavers. So that's the journey that I enjoy most. But on my bucket list, the next 5-year plan is to build 2 safe houses. Safe houses are scarce in this country, and because I have been in the legal space for a while, I have realized that we don't have safe houses for men. We have safe houses for girls and for women, those who are in contact with the law and those who just are running away or are escaping battered or toxic relationships. uh, when we need to place men in a place that heals them, then men do not have a space. So that is my next agenda for humanity. One man at a time, build a safe house somewhere out there where men can be stashed away to just heal and come out as a positive people of influence in this society. So yes, thank you so much for hosting me. I look forward to uh, another time or other times. Thank you everyone for watching, for tuning in, for commenting, and for encouraging me. May the Lord bless you and keep you and just shine his face upon you. And may God do you good. Every single person and every family that is represented in here, may God do you good and just heal our hearts and enable us to pursue our life purposes peacefully, so that we just grow uh, positively and impact other people when we are healed. Healing Generations healing people one adult at a time. Thank you. Bye.
All right, sorry, Flora. I was trying to like end your live stream at that point where you said bye, so that they can jump. They can jump back here.
Yeah.
Um, all right. You're officially released. Thank you so much for your time. I will speak to you tomorrow for a quick debrief, but I think you did amazingly well. I hope you had an amazing time here.
I did.
Um, yes, and I hope you did not feel any pressure to like. I think you did extremely well. You did very well.
Thank you so much. God. Thank you. Thank you so much. You made
That
it
was
easy.
You're most welcome. You have a good night. I will speak to you tomorrow and say hi to your people on my behalf. And I apologize to them for me taking mom away from them uh, for the last 3 hours.
Apology accepted on their behalf. They have no choice.
All right. All right,
Thank
Flora. Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.
All right. Okay, guys. We are done. So I need to set up the raids. But before the raid, a few things. Let me see. I'm trying to look for raid destinations. I'm not seeing people are live. Maybe is Ifeanyi live? Ifeanyi is not live. I think he just finished. I don't see who is live. Marva is live, but then Marva is like doing a silent one. I'm looking for somebody who's on the panel. Somebody who's on the panel. Martin family is here. Let me see the Martin family is here. No, that was a long time ago. All right, I'll figure it out. Dean is live. Dean should be live. We can go congratulate Dean. And go congratulate Dean on his monetization. Yes, Dean is live. Oh no, it's a silent. Oh my god, it's a loop. Woo. You know what? You guys love to tell me who to read. Me, I can't find, or I'll throw you over to Marva. That was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you so much for those people who bad here. All right. Let me see. I don't know who is live. Who are you guys seeing live on your side? Who is live on your side? Because me, I'm not seeing any. These people are just doing loops. These silent live streams. This was where you don't find people on the panel. Somsom. Let me see. Somsom is live. Let me see that she's live. Somsom World. Somsom. Somsom World. Somsom has 4 people watching. My flight always crashes every time I want to read Somsom. So I'm hoping today it's going to work. I just have to make sure I don't speak soon. I don't talk for so long and then the internet problems start. I'll read you over to Somsom. We'll go to Nigeria. I have selected. I've already picked. I don't know whether I have my moderators on the live. Goga and Flora Reid. Goga and Flora Reid. We can use my purple hats because I think Flora is also purple and gold. Maybe gold and purple. So let me see that I can get this. Okay, get ready for receipts. I am about to tell you something about receipts. Nightbot, give me the raid command, please. Thank you. Goga and Flora raid. So let me paste this. I need a golden, I need gold hat. Flora was amazing, right? That was like amazing. Goga and Flora read. David, I want this gold hat somewhere there. So I'm trying to figure out how to. I want this gold heart somewhere. Something like this. Goga and Flora read. Something like this. You know what? I've decorated myself. Something like this. Goga and Flora read. Something like that. Goga and Flora read. Yeah, I think that looks good. Let's go with that one. Thank you for inspiring the ideas. Elsie Knight, Elsie, David, thank you. We got one. All right. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. So I'll send you guys over to Storm in Niger. Niger. Anyway, guys, let us talk about the, what do you call it? Let's talk about what? Let's talk about Vlogmas. Let's talk about, guys, copy paste the command whichever way you want it. Now you see, Somsom is buffering. This always happens. Anytime I'm about to raid Somsom, drama starts on her side. And then this our red room is going to know that I did not raid. So I'm like, okay, she's back, she's back, she's back. The anxiety. The anxiety. Anytime I want to raid this girl, the internet starts buffering, but I think we'll do that. Okay, good. I will talk very fast so that then I can release you guys on time. Right. All right, guys. A few things. Number one, next Sunday. This was the final Sunday service for the month of November. In the next 1 hour, it will be in Kenya, at least. I'm speaking on behalf of this country. In the next 1 hour, it will be December. Now, December is Vlogmas season. I saw some of you talking about it there on the chat earlier, but I did not want to interrupt Flora because Flora was speaking. From the 1st of December, we are getting into the Vlogmas season. You are going to be seeing a lot of Vlogmas videos. Like, that is what is going to be happening on the YouTube streets, at least for the next 25 days. Those of you who are participating in Vlogmas, I hope you have your videos ready. You should have had them ready as early as last week. Me, my first Vlogmas video is already. I'm just going to click. I'm just going to click publish. I'm just supposed to click publish. I make it. It's already edited. I've already done my first Vlogmas video for tomorrow. So, but me, I'm not doing the entire full Vlogmas video. I am not doing the full vlog. Me, I'm doing 12 days of Vlogmas. Guys, I'm not going to suffer. I decided I'm going to do 12 days of Vlogmas and I'll be skipping a day. So what I'll be doing, I'm doing a video today, I skip tomorrow, I do a video like that. I'll be doing every, what do you call those things in mathematics? You know, like the prime numbers. Yes, I'm doing Vlogmas like the prime numbers. Number 1, 3, 5, like that. Until like the 24th. I think that's when I'm going to end my Vlogmas. So what I've decided and the strategy I've used is that I will still do Vlogmas for 25 days, but this is what I'm going to, this is my approach. I'll be doing a video and then I make a shot of the video the following day. I just go and remix that video into a shot on day 2. So you'll see I'll be double dipping. I want to double dip on the views from the shots, but from the same video. So like the video I upload on day 1 of Vlogmas, that is tomorrow. I'm going to tell you about it. So the video, I talked about it last week. Last week I went zip lining. So that is the video that I'm going to drop tomorrow. Just pretend like I'm enjoying my Christmas. So I will do the video tomorrow, and then on Tuesday, don't start looking for me. Go away is your day 2 of Vlogmas. There'll be no day 2 on Tuesday. It will be a remix of day 1 as a short. Then day 3, there'll be a video. Day 4, a remix of the video of day 3. Day 5, video. Day 6, a remix of the video of like that. So I'll make sure that I'm posting things daily, but just less effort. I'm not going to suffer through editing videos for Vlogmas. It's a lot of work. So those of you who are doing the entire 25 days, I wish you well. Your first videos are supposed to be dropping tomorrow, day 1 Vlogmas. So those of you who are doing the entire challenge, well, I wish you well, because I like you guys are just the OGs. If you can sustain that consistency until the 24th of December, I will give you a gift. But for me and my house, that just came out like a Bible. As for me and my house, I am not doing 25 days of Vlogmas like that. I am going to make my life easy. I am going to make my life easy, so I'm going to take the 12 days route. I'm going to do half Vlogmas or Vlogmas Light. I'm going to get a name for it so that it sounds fancy. Vlogmas Light. Those of you who are going to be doing live streams do not count. I told you, those of you guys, showing up on a live stream daily does not count as Vlogmas. Find alternatives. Find alternative things to do. You can choose to do Shortsmas. Shortsmas is uploading shorts daily, but there'll be no much revenue on shorts because we don't get a lot of ads on shorts. You can decide to do Postmas. Postmas is like you just post things daily. Maybe you just want to share people out. You're not participating in Vlogmas. If you're not participating in Vlogmas, then you be posting people who are doing Vlogmas. Just share their videos out. Share their premieres, share their things. Just be sharing. Make your community very busy in the month of December. That can be your challenge. And we see you can just share people out actually. You can, but only share videos because that's important. Anybody who's participating in Vlogmas needs to be doing videos. So I wish you well, those of you are participating in Vlogmas, in the next 1 hour. If you are Kenyan, it is December in the next 1 hour. If you are in the US, I think you have a few hours to the new month. But yes, December is upon us, and I wish you guys well, to those of you who are participating in Vlogmas. Second announcement, next Sunday, let me see that I can bring that post. Next Sunday, you don't want to miss this conversation next Sunday. Let me see that I can bring it up. Next Sunday, we are going to be having a very special guest. Next Sunday, we are going to be having a very special guest. There's a picture that is coming up on the screen. There we go. That is Cook with Regina and her family, and that is the amazing community from Ghana who got their silver button this year. They are going to be our esteemed guests for next week, the 1st December of the month. So the first Sunday of, guys, I'm asleep, so don't judge me. The first Sunday of the month of December. What am I saying? The first Sunday of the month. Is it the 1st December of the month? The first Sunday in the month of December. That is going to be our Sunday service guests. Cook with Regina, all the way from Ghana. They celebrated this beautiful milestone and they got their silver button. I've already spoken to them. I'm having a final preparation call with them tomorrow. Just make sure that the audio and everything is working. But this is going to be your like your master class next Sunday. Tell a friend to tell a friend. RSVP for the class. It will be, come with your questions because it's not going to be a Sunday service it's not going to be very casual. It's going to be like a class, a master class. So that is how we have structured it with Emmanuel from the channel. Emmanuel is the manager of the channel. So you better come with your notebooks. This is how you are going to get secrets of getting the silver button. Silver button is when you get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's when YouTube normally gives you that silver button. So we are going to be having this conversation with Cook with Regina next week. Next Sunday, don't miss the Sunday service. If you miss, the replay will still be there, but you want to be there when the guest is there so that you can ask questions directly. A live interaction is much better because once they leave, guys, this is a busy channel. This is a very busy channel. It has 120,000 subscribers. They are not going to have time to be responding to everybody on the comment section. So you want to come and ask your questions live so that I can put them there so that they can answer you directly. They can answer you directly. So that is going to be the guest next week at the Sunday service. Is that clear? I'll assume that is a yes. So Wednesday, I don't know what you're discussing on Wednesday, but let me see. Wednesday is the 5th. We are closing the academy on the 12th. So I have two more Wednesdays to do a live stream. and then we'll move the classes to next year. So the last class, the last YouTube class, academic class, is on Wednesday 12th. So we'll have a session on 5th and the 12th. 5th can prepare us for the conversation we are going to have with Cook with Regina on the 7th. Is it? Sorry, that is 3rd. I meant it's 3rd. The last class is going to be the 10th. The last class is going to be the 10th. I was looking at the wrong calendar. I was looking at November. The last class is going to be the 10th. So on the 3rd, we are going to discuss maybe a few more questions that can prepare us for the interview for the 7th with the Cook with Regina. And then on the 10th, we are going to have the final academy session. Then, of course, I'm going to go for my Christmas break. So I will not be on live streams on Wednesdays until next year from the 17th. But the Sunday service will, I think we'll figure out the Sunday service. The Sunday service, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yikes. The Sunday service will also take a break, but we are going to have a guest. The last guest is going to be on the 21st, probably 21st of December. We'll see. And then we take a 1-week break before we start the next year. All right. So we are planning. We already planning how to close out the year. So that is what the month is looking like for me in the month of December. All right. That said, I think those are all the things I wanted to say. Now I'm going to read the affirmation, and then I'm going to put you guys on a flight to Nigeria. All right. Are we clear? Any question? There are 18 of you looking at me right now. So any question, any clarification? Are we good? Perfect. No answer means you have agreed. Okay. So let me say that Samsung does not have Nightbot, so I think we are going to land safely. Okay. Right. I have finished. Let me get the affirmation and then we can go. Affirmation. All right. I will pause the music briefly so that we can get the affirmation. All right. This is the affirmation, guys. I'm reading a quote by Jamie Varon from her book, The Alchemy Within. Jamie says, and listen very well. When you have nothing left to prove, nobody left to impress, and all that matters is how you feel about your own life, that's when it begins. When you realize nobody else gets to determine the trajectory of your life, that's when it gets interesting. When you stop prioritizing other people's opinions of your life above your own, that's when you're free. And when you finally stop looking for the answers out there and look for the answers within, someone say within, that's when you start to see who you are, what you actually want, and how you are going to spend the rest of your one beautiful life. I will repeat that last part. When you finally stop looking for the answers out there and look for the answers within, that's when you see who you are, what you actually want, and how you're going to spend the rest of your one beautiful life. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to love and leave you at this particular point. Enjoy your flight. Wait. There's a question from there's a question that I think I missed from Andrea Jacobs. Hold on, Andrea. Let me see if I can answer that question real quick. How do I and Elsie also asked, how do I get shots from the video? Go to your phone. You will see. Go and watch any of your videos on your phone. You will see something there written remix. Remix. You'll see a remix button just above the comments. Use that remix button to make a video into a shot. And then Andrea J was asking, my phone is full. I can't make any video. What should I do? Clear your phone, copy those videos on your laptop, and then clear your phone so that your phone is free. And then you be emptying daily. And then record short videos. Don't make the videos very long if you're participating in Vlogmas. Record very short videos so that you're not stressing yourself with big videos. Yeah, but you can copy the videos you have on your laptop, and then you free up your phone. I think that is those are the two pieces of advice I have. Right. Enjoy your flight, guys. Tonia's talk once again. Congratulations on your monetization. Title Pro, thank you so much for really looking amazing yesterday at Anastasia Blessed's what do you call it? Birthday and monetization celebration. It was very beautiful. Tonya says, I have a question. Ask real quick. We are leaving. Ask real quick. I want to read before some ends her live stream so that I don't crash. I don't want to crash the jet. So ask real quick, Tonya. Tonya, ask. We are leaving. Ask real quick before the live stream ends. If Tonya ends, I'm going to crash the jet, and I have a history of crashing the jet anytime I want to raid Tom. Okay. She says Tonya is asking. Let me thought Tonya is asking. Laptop is full also. Andrea, how do we help you? Get cloud. Andrea, get cloud. Get a cloud service. Copy your videos on your Google, what do you call it? On your Google Drive. Copy your videos on your Google Drive. I don't know how much space you have on Google Drive. Copy them on your Google Drive so that you can free up even the laptop. I think that is my question. That is going to be my answer now. Your phone is full. Your laptop is full. Yo, woman, you have been busy. And then Tony is saying, now that my channel is monetized, how will I start to make money? This is the question you have kept me here to. This is the question you have waited for me to answer. This is the question that you have kept me here waiting. Me, I thought you were going to ask me something very serious about AdSense. That was so funny. But Tonya, I'm just laughing on a light note, Tonya. That was so funny. How do I start to make money, Goga? Now that I'm monetized, how do I start to make money? Post videos, do Vlogmas and put ads on all your videos. That is the first place to start making money. It's how she asked for me. It's how she asked, Goga, now that I'm monetized, how do I start making money? It's just how she asked. It came out so funny. Yeah. Tonya, these are long conversations. Let us have this discussion at the academy on Wednesday, because now I'm just going to start laughing here like crazy. You're going to make me start laughing here on the live stream, and I'm leaving. Let's do this. Let's pick this conversation on Wednesday at the academy. Is that okay? On the 3rd of December, it will be a Wednesday. I'll be comfortable. I'll be in class. I'll start on time. I will not start late like last week. Let us meet at the academy on Wednesday at 5:30 Nigerian time. I will answer that question on how to make money. Where? It's how she asked. I need to go and tell Bosede this. I need to go and tell Bosede this receipt, because go and ask Bosede first, and then you come to me on Wednesday. Whatever Bosede will tell you, then you come and tell me what Bosede told you. Then I will have an answer for you, because I have to hear what Bosede has said. But you have finished me. Wait. That was very funny. To be honest. We shall discuss this on Wednesday at the academy. Yeah, we shall discuss this on Wednesday at the academy, because this is a very long conversation. It will not end now. All right, guys, take care. Enjoy your flight to Samsung. Please, when you land there, just go give her a thumbs up. You can stay there for about 5 minutes in case before you go to your next destination, just to give her a bit of support. Right. She's also a monetized channel, so let us go and surprise her. The raid command has been dropped. Goga, and this question was hard. Blessed is a very difficult question. That is why I'm not answering that question, because it is so difficult. I don't know what to start telling Tonia's talk, because She just got monetized this week. So I don't want to I don't want to start telling her the secrets. Andrea, shh. Andrea, don't say so much. Andrea, don't say anything. We are going to advise she's just like been monetized for 3 days or something. So we'll give her the advice. We'll give her the advice. Don't start discouraging her and telling her things. Yes, we are going to make money, Tonya. You're going to make money. You're going to make money, but I will give you the secrets on Wednesday. Goga, now that I'm monetized, how do I start making money? That has made my day. Like, that question has really made my day. Hey, yeah. Okay, guys, take care of yourselves. Enjoy your flight to some. Oh my god, that was so funny.